This story would take place 1 year after the Tournament of Power. The Saiyan was with his whole family and friends at a party when suddenly the angel Whis appeared. Vegeta and Goku quickly stepped forward in front of him. "Hello Mr. Whis, what brings you here?" asked the confused Saiyan, looking at the angel, who was very serious. Noticing this, Vegeta asked, "What's wrong, Whis? Why that face?" Whis lowers his head, then Whis teleports in front of all his friends and family, saying, "Listen, everyone, by order of my father, Rasengan, Son Goku has been sentenced to a quick and painless death." Everyone is shocked upon hearing these words. "What are you saying, Whis?" asked Vegeta, stunned. "My father is sentenced to die? Impossible." Gohan shouted furiously. Krillin exclaimed, "What are you saying, Whis? Goku hasn't done anything wrong." Whis, lowering his head, shouts, "Do you prefer Son Goku's life, or for me to destroy this planet? You choose." Everyone was astonished. Goku, hearing this, "What's wrong with you, Whis? Why do you want to kill me?" "I'm sorry, Son Goku. These are direct orders from Rasengan Sama." "No, my father has never done anything wrong," Gohan shouted, shifting into his mystic form and attacking Whis. But the angel knocked him out with a single blow. Everyone was left speechless, unable to say a word. "Well then, choose, or I will destroy this planet, or I will eliminate Son Goku." Vegeta, Bulma, Piccolo, Krillin, and the others were speechless. Vegeta turned his head to look at Goku. "Kakarot, it's for everyone's sake." Vegeta looked at Whis and shouted, "Whis, eliminate Kakarot." Krillin gritaría, "Pero, ¿qué dices, Vegeta? What are you saying?" Piccolo was furious. "Vegeta, don't you even think about what you're saying?" "I'm sorry, Goku, but I also vote for Goku to be eliminated. I don't want to die so young." Bulma said this, looking at Goku seriously. The Saiyan had no words to describe what he was feeling. Trunks shouted, "If my dad says to eliminate him, then eliminate that guy." Goten says sadly, "No, don't eliminate my father, he always saved you all." Chi-Chi shouts seriously, "I also vote to eliminate Goku." She stares intently at the Saiyan. "Goku, I'm sorry, but your children's lives come first." Goku falls to his knees on the ground. "What are you saying? How can you say that after I gave you everything I had?" Android 18 and Master Roshi would also vote to eliminate Goku. Goku was on the ground with his head bowed, clutching his heart. "No es posible." Next to the angel, the god of destruction, Beerus appears. "Hey Whis, just eliminate him already." Goku looks at Beerus, shouting, "Lord Beerus, you too? Damn you all. No, this isn't happening. I'm sorry, Son Goku. I don't know why the Grand Priest doesn't want you alive. But anyway, I can see your friends don't care much about you, and I care even less. I just want my universe to be free from threats." Goku would begin to unleash a tremendous power, and furious shouts, "You bastards, how dare you throw me out as if I were nothing." The Saiyan transforms into Super Saiyan Blue and attacks Whis directly, but Whis dodges and with a blow to the neck knocks him to the ground. "Alright, it's time for elimination." Whis would charge a small sphere with angelic energy in his staff, while Goku stood up, filled with rage and sadness. No, this isn't happening." Vegeta looks at Goku. "Kakarot, you've always been number one, but it seems today is my lucky day," the prince said with a smile, leaving Goku frozen. At that, he turns and sees many of his friends smiling. What? No, could it be? Was this all planned? In the distance, Whis would launch his super attack. Goku would try to stop it with both hands, but he was too weak, shouting, "Damn it." Goku would take the angelic attack, and little by little his hands and arms would begin to disintegrate. The Saiyan would see all his friends laughing and happy. He sheds a tear, saying, "What did I do to deserve this?" And so, Goku would be completely obliterated from the face of the universes. I'm glad that Kakarot was finally able to leave this planet. He always brought evil entities. That's right, Lord Vegeta. Goku was a threat to everyone. Besides, from what I see, you always wanted to be number one, isn't that right? Vegeta laughs. "This is what I always wished for. Anyway, let's go." "Whis," exclaimed the god, disappearing along with his angel. On the other hand, Rasengan, "I can no longer sense my friend Goku's presence. Did something happen?" Rasengan laughs. "Of course not, great Zeno-sama. Apparently, Son Goku entered a room that exists in another dimension. Maybe that's why you can't sense his energy." Zeno-sama is surprised. "Wow, I hope he's alright, and becomes even stronger." "Yes, I hope so too," said Rasengan as he turned around and thought to himself, "I never expected that Saiyan to be my lost son. If he manages to control angelic power, I'm more than certain he could reach my level and no one should be at my level. I'm the only one who can possess this power." Rasengan laughed wickedly. Meanwhile, on an unknown planet, a planet full of beings from different races in Universe 11. Well, so these two little kids are brothers. They don't look alike at all, exclaimed a farmer. I hope they're as strong as their father, said a woman, who was the mother of the two. Don't worry, I'll train them well, declared the father of the two. These two children were named Asta and Son Goku. Goku had been reborn on a planet located in Universe 11. On this planet, time passed relatively faster, so Goku would neither age nor grow up as quickly. On the other hand, because they did nothing. They killed my father and you did nothing, shouted Gohan angrily at Vegeta and the others, when suddenly, Vegeta landed a blow to his stomach, making him kneel down and spit blood. Damn insect, if you don't want to die again, you'd better keep your mouth shut. At that moment, Piccolo appears. But, what are you doing? Piccolo would attack Vegeta, however, Vegeta would easily defeat him and leave him on the ground. Don't interrupt me again, insects, or I'll kill you, said Vegeta as he left the place. Meanwhile, 8 years had passed. Goku was training with his brother Asta and his father. Since the Saiyan had all his memories, he remembered all his techniques and abilities. However, he couldn't use them because his power was too low. Wow, I never thought you had so much power until now, exclaimed the father. On the other hand, you, Goku, need to train more. It seems you have great potential, but your body can't handle it. Goku replied, yes, I don't know why, but I hope I can fix it. The father, alright, it's time to study. Seriously, study? Of course. Studying will help you think things through more, and it's very useful for battles. Do you want to become a god? Exclaimed the father, looking at Asta and Goku. A god? Asked Asta. In this world, there are many race elves, angels, gods, and they are very powerful, said the father, while Goku, thinking to himself, says, if only he knew that the gods and angels of this planet are nothing compared to the ones I know. This world is very weak compared to mine. 18 years would have passed since Goku's death. On the other hand, in Universe 7, Vegeta would have become the new god of destruction. Beerus would go to live on planet Earth. Gohan and Piccolo remained imprisoned, while Goku's friends lived happily. All the gods of the 12 universes had been replaced by new deities. Meanwhile, on Goku's planet, called Salian, Goku and Asta were fighting each other. What's wrong, Goku? Is that all you've got? Goku was angry. Damn, Asta is really strong. What the heck is he? Come on, Goku, attack with more power. I'm getting bored. Just don't attack with your full power, or else we'll destroy the planet. Goku smiled. In an instant, he teleported behind Asta and launched a Super Kamehameha, but Asta disintegrated it with his sword, saying, is that all? Shut up, you shouldn't underestimate me. Goku transformed into Super Saiyan 2 and attacked Asta, but Asta easily dodged his attacks. Are we already starting with the transformations? Father told us that it's not necessary to rely on transformations to become stronger. Asta landed a heavy blow on Goku, sending him crashing into the rocks. Goku got up, somewhat injured. Damn it, if I had my old body, I'd be much more powerful. It's a shame that on this planet, I grow more slowly even though so many years go by. However, this will help me become stronger, and be able to take revenge on those bastards. That only works for you, brother. You have monstrous power. I still don't understand how I was even able to put up a bit of a fight against you. Goku thinks to himself. Even though in this life I have more power and strength than in my previous one, Asta is just too powerful. I would even dare to say he's at the level of a god of destruction. I'm impressed. I could almost laugh. At that moment, their father would appear. Asta and Goku, I think it's time for you to sign up for the Colosseum. Colosseum? Pregunto Goku. Their father replies. The Colosseum is a place where you fight all kinds of beings, and the more battles you win, the higher your rank becomes. That way, you too can become gods. This Colosseum is located in the capital. You should go so you can see the world from a different perspective and not everything is about fighting. Goku was about to ask something when suddenly, behind the three of them, a being appeared. Goku and Asta immediately took up fighting stances. Who is this guy? Asked Asta. I can't sense his power or energy, exclaimed Goku, worried. At that moment, the dark entity began to walk slowly. Well, it seems I wasn't mistaken, this figure said, then looked up, revealing himself to be none other than Frieza. Goku was left stunned. Free Freezer? Said Goku, remembering and remaining in shock. Hey Goku, do you know this guy? Asked Asta. Goku gives a slight smile. Wow, Frieza. That means I'm in one of the 12 universes. Goku thought nervously but with a smile, since he had been training hard, hoping that one day he would get his revenge. Son Goku, it's been 18 years since the last time we saw each other, and in all the times I've seen Vegeta, he's never mentioned you. But from what I can see, you were hiding here. Frieza, don't tell me you don't know anything? asked Goku, Frieza sonriendo. I'm not interested in knowing anything. I spent centuries searching for you so I could kill you, but I see that your power has diminished quite a bit and you look very different. It's very strange. However, now that I've found you, this is my chance, said Frieza, smiling. ¿Oportunidad de qué está hablando? Asked Asta, when suddenly Frieza appeared in front of the two brothers and landed a punch to their stomachs, sending both of them flying into some mountains. Hey, you, what do you think you're doing? Pregunta el padre enojado. Frieza turned around, but was quickly met with a kick from Goku in his Super Saiyan 2 form. This didn't affect Frieza at all. He grabbed Goku's leg and struck him, causing Goku to fall to the ground defeated, still transformed. How weak you've become, Son Goku. Suddenly, Frieza received a powerful blow to the stomach, making him spit blood and forcing him back a bit. What do you think you're doing, you bastard? Era hasta la cual le había golpeado fuertemente. Wretch, who are you? Asked Frieza, spitting blood. Asta smiled. That's none of your business. You hit my brother, now you'll have to deal with me. Asta lunges at Frieza, unleashing a flurry of punches and kicks at incredible speed. Frieza couldn't see his movements and took all of his attack 7 with his sword. Asta launched a super attack, making Frieza take the full force, causing an explosion. Frieza staggered back, exhausted, and in the distance, he could be seen badly injured. How dare you? Who do you think you are to strike the great Emperor of Evil? Goku would get up and transform into Super Saiyan Blue, appearing next to Asta. Goku would say, Asta, be careful, this guy is not normal, I've known him for a long time, and he's someone to be feared even if he seems confused. You know him, Donde? Goku, serious, I'll tell you later. At that moment, Frieza, extremely furious, began to increase his power to unimaginable levels. Goku and Asta were left speechless. But what? What is all that energy? Asta shouted in shock, Goku very serious and nervous. I suspected as much. It's been 18 years. I was more than sure his power would increase, just like everyone else's. Frieza screamed, raising his power even further, making the entire planet Earth tremble, when a lightning bolt struck him. Goku and Asta stood there, mouths agape and paralyzed. It's not possible. He couldn't have increased his power that much. Goku stammered, somewhat frightened, as Frieza had now achieved a new transformation called Black Frieza. Now then, get ready. Frieza had reached his final form, Black Frieza. I hope you're ready, you damn scum, especially you, Frieza said, signaling Asta, as he teleported in front of him to deliver a powerful blow. But Goku teleported in and took the attack instead, being sent crashing into some rocks. Asta looked at Frieza, terrified, and threw a punch. But Frieza stopped it with one hand. Ahora no eres tan fuerte, mocoso, exclamó este para acertarle un golpe en la cara, dejándolo en el suelo. Asta, Goku shouted from afar, still a bit injured. Damn it, what do you want? Goku shouted, about to charge at Frieza, but his father appeared. Son, no. Don't go. This guy is very powerful, and I don't think you're at his level yet, Bardock said, walking slowly toward Frieza. But father, what do you think you're doing? If I can't defeat him, you even less, Goku said, somewhat desperate. Goku, you have no idea who I really am. In fact, you seem very familiar to me, since I had another son who looked just like you. Goku was left speechless, while even lying wounded on the ground, he said in surprise. Why do you call yourself father? I've never told you, but you too are Saiyans. You have the blood of a warrior. That's why you are, and have become, so powerful. Goku is stunned. It's true, I never realized it. How could I transform into a Super Saiyan if my father isn't a Saiyan? That means he is a Saiyan. It seems you figured it out, Goku, exclaimed his father, smiling as he slowly walked toward Frieza. Frieza looks at Goku's father, smiling, and says, even your face looks familiar to me. But don't think you're that strong because of it, exclaimed Frieza, trying to remember that the man standing in front of him was Bardock, a Saiyan who fought against him and whom he exterminated more than 40 years ago. Wait, it can't be. How are you still alive? Frieza wondered, somewhat surprised. So you remembered me, damn you. I wanted to go unnoticed so I could kill you with a single blow, but I see you've become very powerful, Frieza, said Bardock seriously, clenching his fists. Frieza began to feel a bit of fear. Impossible. I eliminated you with my supernova. You were exterminated. Suddenly, Bardock transforms into a Super Saiyan and, at an incredible speed, appears in front of Frieza with a powerful sword that makes him spit out saliva, sending him crashing into some mountains. Goku is left speechless. My father has an impressive power. He's been hiding it all this time. And besides, how does he know his name is Frieza? Black Frieza gets up, a bit hurt. Damn you. I can't believe you could transform too. Bardock shouts. Miserable, how dare you destroy planet Vegeta? I thought that, because of my premonitions, Kakarot would be the one to end your life, but I see that wasn't the case. Bardock charges up an energy sphere to launch at Frieza, but Frieza disintegrates it with one hand. On one hand, Goku was paralyzed, speechless. My father is a survivor from planet Vegeta, and Kakarot said, only Vegeta used to call me that. What's going on? Suddenly, Frieza, enraged, began to raise his power. You only prolonged your life, because now I'm going to make sure to finish you off. The tyrant raises his hand, manipulating a large rock and hurling it at Bardock. He destroys it, but this was only a distraction, as Frieza landed a powerful blow to his face, followed by a barrage of thousands of hits all over his body in seconds. Then charged and launched a super energy ball at his stomach, causing an explosion. Father, Goku shouted anxiously. Frieza se aleja sonriendo. Ha, he was nothing but simple trash. Damn you, exclaimed a voice from within the dispersing dust. It was Bardock, in his base form, badly injured. So you survived. You're tough. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue and attacks Frieza, but without even moving, Frieza easily dodges him. In a split second, he gathers power in his arm and delivers a ruthless blow to Goku's ribs, breaking his bones and causing the Saiyan to fall to the ground. De-transformed, screaming in pain. That's right. Suffer, you bastard. This is what you deserved a long time ago, said Frieza as he placed his foot on Goku's head while laughing, but he suddenly receives a kick to the face that makes him stagger back, leaving Frieza stunned for a few seconds. But what? I told you I would kill you, Frieza, Bardock exclaimed seriously as power and aura overflowed from his body. Goku, on the verge of death, lies on the ground bleeding. No, it can't be. That's the state of the giant Nogi, but I feel like his power is much greater. It's the Ultra Super Saiyan, said Bardock as he looked at his son on the ground. Goku stammering, you're mistaken. That's Ultra Instinct, but evolved. Bardock looks at Goku in surprise. Alright, if you want, we'll call it that, son. In an instant, Bardock disappears. Where are you going? Asked Frieza, before disappearing. Thus, the two of them began a great battle in the sky. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Whis, is that all your power? Asked Vegeta, in his Super Saiyan Blue form. I'm sorry, but if this is all my power, it's because you've become far too powerful over these 18 years, said the exhausted angel. Damn, this is getting boring. There's no one left I can fight. Hey, Whis. I know what we'll do, smiled the god of destruction Vegeta, and in moments, he appeared with Whis at Bulma's house. Bulma smiles. Vegeta, you finally came back. Shut up, woman, you're annoying me. Give me the dragon radar. Bulma smiles nervously. But what for? Case. Curio albo, Milo. Vegeta, angry, slaps her. I ordered you to give it to me, or do you want me to kill you? You're already pretty old and you keep using the Dragon Balls to make yourself look younger. Ah, what a shame. Bulma, very frightened, would hand the radar to Vegeta. Vegeta shouts, I want you to create a super pod right now, one with extremely high gravity and enough food for a 2-year journey. Did you understand? Bulma, scared, nods her head. You disgust me, woman. Vegeta would leave in search of the Dragon Balls. Meanwhile, elsewhere, at Zeno-sama's palace. Hey, Daishin, have you heard anything about Son Goku? Unfortunately, nothing, my king. The Guardians and I have been searching for him, but there is no trace of his existence. Daishin exclaimed, smiling. What a shame. I would have liked to play with him more, said Zeno-sama sadly. Daishin stared intently at Zeno-sama, thinking to himself. Very soon, you will be with him. Don't worry. When my second son finishes his training, he will tear your head off, said Daishinkan, smiling. Meanwhile, on planet Sarian, Black Frieza was massacring a Bardock in Ultra Instinct evolution, defeating him and leaving him on the ground. The 3 warriors were completely defeated on the ground, while Black Frieza, without a scratch on him, began to rise into the sky, charging a supernova. Goku, barely able to move, struggled to stand, on the verge of death. This can't be happening. I can't die like this. I promised to get revenge on those bastards. No, this can't be, damn you. Suddenly, Frieza stops his supernova and appears in front of Goku, striking him. But what? Goku shouted in shock, Frieza laughing. Goodbye forever, Saiyan. That's right. And he fires a powerful beam into the sea. However, he didn't after suddenly stepped in front of Goku, taking the full force of Frieza's powerful attack and saving Goku. Asta falls to the ground, his eyes white and bleeding heavily. Seeing this, Goku is left speechless. Asta? No. Meanwhile, Frieza would laugh. Well, that's one less insect. Frieza would charge up another powerful beam, while Goku would kneel down, looking at his brother lying dead on the ground. No, Asta, it can't be. Why did you do it? Goku whispered as a few tears fell, while in the distance Frieza's laughter could be heard. Goku lifts his gaze, tears streaming down his face. Freezer, damn you. How? Suddenly, everything would start to fall apart little by little. What? Frieza shouted in surprise. The entire planet would begin to shake. With his head bowed, Goku would say, I'll kill you, I'll destroy every part of you. At that moment, Goku let out a scream that echoed throughout the entire universe. All the universes trembled, feeling an overwhelming power beyond imagination. In seconds, Black Frieza was extremely frightened and trembling. The planet was on the verge of being destroyed after sensing Goku's power. Goku had achieved a new transformation. What is this? Who are you? Black Frieza stammered in fear. Goku was in Super Saiyan Blue Phase 3. On the other hand, what is this power? Whis. Vegeta wondered. I don't know, but for a few seconds, I felt a very familiar and powerful energy, said Whis. Meanwhile, in the palace, in a very strange training room, whose power is this? That energy I sensed a moment ago was very similar to Son Goku's, but of course, that's impossible. He's dead, there's nothing to worry about. Hey father, when will we finish the training? Shouted a being from afar. There's still quite a bit left. Zyko, don't lose patience. I still haven't taught you my techniques or those of the Guardians. I have to pass on all my teachings to you so you can become the new king of everything. Daishin laughed. Meanwhile, on the planet, they knew. That's my son, said a battered Bardock lying on the ground. Throughout the entire universe. All the universes trembled, feeling an overwhelming power beyond imagination. In seconds, Black Frieza was extremely frightened and trembling. The planet was on the verge of being destroyed after sensing Goku's power. Goku had achieved a new transformation. What is this? Who are you? Black Frieza stammered in fear. Goku was in Super Saiyan Blue Phase 3. On the other hand, what is this power? Whis. Vegeta wondered. I don't know, but for a few seconds, I felt a very familiar and powerful energy, said Whis. Meanwhile, in the palace, in a very strange training room, whose power is this? That energy I sensed a moment ago was very similar to Son Goku's, but of course, that's impossible. He's dead, there's nothing to worry about. Hey father, when will we finish the training? Shouted a being from afar. There's still quite a bit left. Zyko, don't lose patience. I still haven't taught you my techniques or those of the Guardians. I have to pass on all my teachings to you so you can become the new king of everything. Daishin laughed. Meanwhile, on the planet, they knew. That's my son, said a battered Bardock lying on the ground. Goku, in Super Saiyan Blue Phase 3, would momentarily move behind Frieza. Here you are. Furious, Frieza threw a punch at Goku's face, but Goku vanished, reappearing above him and clasping his arms together, striking him and slamming him into the ground, creating a huge crater. Frieza would emerge from the rubble, somewhat injured, but would immediately launch a Super Kamehameha at extremely impressed with Goku's incredibly powerful attack, resulting in a gigantic explosion that would leave him completely exhausted and severely wounded in his transformed state. Damn it, that transformation is so powerful that my body can't handle it. Damn body, if this wasn't enough to kill him, then we're finished. Goku thought to himself, as through the smoke appeared a severely injured and bloodied Frieza in his base form, nearly defeated. No, this can't be happening. A mere Saiyan doing this to me again. You Saiyans are miserable. Goku laughs and begins to charge a small Kamehameha. Frieza, terrified, couldn't move because he was too badly injured, so he called for a small ship and a squid within seconds. Goku caía casi muerto al suelo sin energías. He no longer had the strength to fire another Kamehameha. Good thing that bastard left. In the distance, his mother Jean could be seen, and upon seeing her son dead and everything that had happened, she was shocked. No. Tears began to fall from Jane's eyes, but Bardock, wounded on the ground, shouted, Jane, stop crying. We can still stop crying. That's right, come and heal us, said Bardock. So Jane, using her power and abilities, healed Bardock and Goku, although she couldn't heal them completely because their wounds were too severe. Goku stands up, bowing his head for his dead brother, but Bardock ruffles his hair. Don't worry Goku, on this planet, there are some spheres called Dragon Balls, and they can grant any wish. Hearing this, Goku is amazed. Did you just say Dragon Balls? That's right, but we'll have to go ask that god for them, Bardock said seriously. That god? Goku asked. Goku, I have so many things to tell you. At that moment, Bardock told his son his entire story, that he survived the explosion that almost killed him, and from that day on, he appeared on this planet. He explained that on this planet, even though many years pass, you age very slowly, and he took advantage of that to train and Goku asked. When I learned about some Dragon Balls, I went to look for them and had to fight a so-called god of destruction. After defeating that god, I obtained the Dragon Balls, and I wished to bring my son Kakarot back so I could be with him. But the strange thing is that the dragon said I didn't have a son, so it couldn't grant me that wish. So I came up with the idea to revive your mother, Jean, and that's when she appeared. And we had you two, you and Asta, 18 years ago. Goku was amazed by this story. You see, Goku, I don't know where my first son is, but I just hope he's safe and alive, since I sent him to a planet called Earth. Those words cleared up all of Goku's doubts. So the Saiyan said to himself, it can't be. Is he the father from my previous life? However, that god told him he wasn't his son. This is very strange. What's wrong, Goku? Are you surprised? Goku nods his head. Meanwhile, on Earth, Vegeta had gathered the Dragon Balls and summoned Shenron. What is your wish? Damn dragon, I want you to bring Kakarot back to life, exclaimed the Saiyan prince, commanding the dragon god. Oh, yes, it's you, great god of destruction. It's Vegeta. Shut up and bring that pest Kakarot back to life, Vegeta shouted, threatening him. No, I cannot grant you that wish, said the dragon god. But what the hell are you talking about? It's just that this Kakarot, also known as Son Goku, is not dead. This leaves both Whis and Vegeta speechless. Thus, the prince laughs. Well, so you're still alive, Kakarot. What is your next wish? Said the dragon, to which Vegeta would reply, I want you to tell me Kakarot's location. The dragon god would grant this wish. The Saiyan Son Goku is currently in Universe 13, on planet Sarian. Vegeta, doubtful. Whis, do you know or have you heard anything about that universe? Whis Sirio, that universe is located outside of this dimension. The great Zeno-sama sealed it off and forbade entry to all deities, since that area belongs to the great queen of life, Sora, and there is a barrier that would not allow us to enter. However, if we travel in a ship like the one Miss Bulma created, we can go unnoticed. Vegeta, smiling, hey, damn dragon, tell me the exact coordinates and location, and Truis, get everything ready, we're going to that place. As long as Kakarot exists, I'll have fun. Besides, that place seems really interesting to me. It'll be good entertainment. On the other hand, father, I'm ready now. Let me go out. Wait please, my son, you still lack many techniques and skills. Remember that Zeno-sama can do many things in the blink of an eye. Besides, you don't know his true power or the real form he's hiding. But, father, I said no. Now put on your suit. We have to go. You're such a pain. What did you say? You might be an excellent teacher, but as a father, you're a disaster. How dare you disrespect me? He wouldn't finish his sentence, as he received a hard blow to the stomach from Daishin, falling to the ground. Watch your words. Remember, it's thanks to me that you have that power. You have my blood and my genes, so consider yourself lucky. Let's go right now. In pain, he would say, as you command, master. On the other hand, remember to take good care of yourself, alright? We'll be back soon, Jean, and we'll bring Asta back. No, I'll go with you, Jean shouted, very sad. Come on mother, stay here and rest. It will only be a few days. I assure you, you don't need to worry. No matter what happens, my brother will be with us and we'll be together again. Jean would calm down. Kakarot, let's go, Bardock exclaimed. But something seemed off about Goku. What's wrong, son? Jean asked, somewhat worried. Since we're all here together, I need to tell you something. His parents would endure the truth. I have lived 2 lives. This would surprise Bardock and Jean, who would be left very confused. Goku would begin to explain to them about his previous life, how his friends betrayed him and then he died, and above all, how these 2 were his parents in his other life. This would leave both Saiyans completely shocked. Bardock, astonished, could not believe what his son had just told him. Now I understand where you learned so many techniques, and how you knew everything without me teaching you. I still can't believe it. Jean would exclaim, very surprised. Now, I have been reincarnated, and fate has given me a second chance. The truth is, out there are beings so powerful that not even your father, with all his strength, could stand up to them. Besides, I need to recover my former body. Only then would my power increase in overwhelming ways. We can search for the Dragon Balls for that, Kakarot. We'll revive Asta, and you'll return for the god of this planet. Goku exclaimed. That way, both Saiyans set off, leaving Jean in a very distant realm. There, a mysterious deity was present. Go right now and find that Saiyan. We need him. There's not much time left before the entire multiverse spirals out of control. I can see it in my eyes. That damn Daishin is about to do something, and I don't really know what it is, but we need all the strength we can get. Alright, don't get so worked up, Ariola. It's not the end of the world yet. Actually, since you reincarnated and that mortal is with us, our combined strength should be enough to stop Daishin. Relax. That priest won't do anything bad as long as we're here. Remember, no one can touch this universe. Of course not. but my premonitions are real. The only thing I dream of is death, destruction, and chaos. Also, Daishin is plotting something, just like his sister. Our blood is connected, and I can sense that he is full of evil and anger. He's about to explode. At that moment, the queen would feel a slight headache. Are you okay? Change of plans. Go with Karma to the palace and bring Zenosama. Go quickly, please. What? You're sending me to the battlefield alone with Karma? Damn, I don't want to die. You know that besides Daishin, the god of hell himself is there. If that weirdo gets released, it'll be a problem for me. Go carefully and quietly. And on top of that, go with Karma? I'd rather die than go with her. Go right now, I said. So Imusa would leave. What's happening? According to my eyes, I'm seeing many alternate futures. I no longer know what will happen. Besides, there are beings I don't recognize. A Saiyan King? What could that be? Meanwhile, in another room, Piccolo and Gohan were chained up. Piccolo was on the verge of death. Gohan, are you there? Piccolo exclaimed when suddenly he turned to look at Gohan, who had bulging veins, completely white eyes, and was on the verge of exploding. What's wrong? Hang in there. Piccolo shouted in astonishment. No, I can't take it anymore. Damn it, seriously, I can't stand it anymore. I've been here for so long and I'm fed up. Gohan's muscles and power began to increase uncontrollably. But, what is this? Piccolo said, deeply shocked. Lightning surrounded Gohan's body. Las cadenas hechas con energía que serían totalmente destruidas. Gohan let out a powerful scream that echoed across the planet. This all made itself heard. Meanwhile, Vegeta was elsewhere. What is this? Could it be that they've managed to get out of the room where they were locked up? That's a power far too great for those insects. Besides, if they get out, Bills will take care of them. Let's go for the ship, Vegeta exclaimed as he headed to Bulma's house. Meanwhile, the room was completely destroyed by the overwhelming power Gohan unleashed, creating a massive explosion and leaving a huge crater. Piccolo was badly injured on the ground. He lifted his head and saw the former god of destruction, Bills. Well, so the vermin got out after all. Bills? That's right, that's my name. Bills was about to kick Piccolo, but a loud roar echoed in the distance. Both turned their heads, surprised. It was Gohan, who had taken on a new transformation. His spiky white hair was the beast form at its maximum power. This left Bills stunned, but he smiled nonetheless. I can't sense your power, but I do feel a tremendous pressure. Even so, I'll have to eliminate you, mortals. Bills didn't finish speaking, as he was struck with a brutal blow to the stomach, coughing up a lot of blood, staggering back. What the hell? Gohan had lost control, beginning to unleash thousands of consecutive blows, letting out all his rage and fury. Bills couldn't defend himself, taking every hit and spitting out a lot of blood. Piccolo was left terrified, seeing how Gohan was easily defeating a god of destruction. Sin embargo, también le impactaría ya que este se parecía a una bestia. Bills was badly injured and terrified, but what is that power? Impossible. How did he gain so much power if he was chained up? His power even surpasses that of the gods. I can't believe it. However, how dare he? How dare he hit me? Bills shouted, raising his hand and saying, Akai. But Gohan grabbed his arm and tore it off. This leaves Piccolo paralyzed. Gohan, completely out of control, would bite the god's neck. Bills, paralyzed, tries to kick him, but it doesn't affect Gohan at all. Instead, Gohan grabs Bills' leg and crushes his bones. The former god would scream in pain, and Koru shouts, That's enough, Gohan, stop. You're not like this. But those words had no effect on Gohan, who continued to savagely destroy the god with intense fury and rage. Gohan, stop already. Piccolo would faint. Gohan would have reduced Bills to ashes, then started screaming, destroying everything around him. Somewhere else. What? Where am I? What is this? Goku, Dad, Mom, where are you? Calm down, child. You are in the world of the dead. The world of the dead? What is that? And who are you? And why do you have such evil energy? He even gets into a serious fighting stance. I see you have a power that surpasses the ordinary mortals of this world, but you are still no match for the gods. Gods? Fine, Dad, said the entity, launching an energy ball into the corner. You barely. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Suddenly, he takes a powerful blow to the face, crashing into the ground. He even gets up just fine. You're tough, but you're still lacking a lot of speed. I also see that your reflexes aren't very good, and you're not focused either. What the hell are you talking about? Hey, what's your name? My name is Asta. Alright, Asta, get ready. Get ready for what? I want to be your spirit. Spirit? What are you talking about? I see potential. You're exactly what I needed. Explain to me what you're trying to say. What all this is. Alright. We're in the universe of the dead. Here, legendary mortals are gathered. However, this universe is ruled by two legendary gods. In order to leave, you have to defeat them. Even so, the mortals here aren't strong enough to defeat those two entities. That's why there are spirits in this world. I am one of them. However, we don't have our own bodies. So if I want to leave this world, I have to find a host and merge with a legendary mortal from this world. But even so, I'm very weak and no one wants to accept me. So you're a spirit, and you're looking for a body, isn't that right? That's right. Wait a moment, you said you were very weak, and that's why no one wants to merge with you. That's right. So please, merge with me now, said the entity, pleading. Wow, you completely changed your personality. But wait, you just showed me that you're stronger than I am. You're not weak at all. That's because you're also very weak. You must be joking. Are you telling me that in this world I couldn't even face a legendary mortal? That's right, you caught on quickly. How smart you are. I can teach you, and be your master. I may not have much power, but I do have knowledge. I'm begging you, I'm tired of living in this world. Asta would remember. Wow, so I really did die because of that guy. He really did have incredible power. I was just a burden to my brother and my father. No, I wasn't. I wasn't strong enough to help them and save them. Damn it. Damn it. Asta shouted angrily, pounding the ground. What's wrong with you? What are you talking about? Did you die because you were defeated by someone more powerful than you? Yes. He was immensely powerful. I couldn't do anything. Suddenly, she gently strokes Asta's hair. We've only just met, but I have the ability to read and see into the hearts of others, and I know that you are a very kind and good boy. She shouts this. Asta would widen his eyes and smile. You have a dark aura, but you don't seem evil. Ah, well, the truth is that I am a demon, but not because I wanted to be. It's just that I was born this way because of my parents, who were the demon kings. They killed me when they saw that my power was very low. This leaves Asta astonished. How cruel they are. My name is Nia. I'm a girl and the weakest one, and I will completely understand if you don't want to fuse with me. She exclaimed this while lowering her head. Asta stands up with a smile. Listen to me, Nia. Together, we'll increase our powers. We'll defeat those gods and get out of here. He shouted this with a big smile and excitement. This left her very surprised as she watched Asta shine. Impressive. Meanwhile, somewhere else. Alright, this is Goku. I sense a lot of energy. That's right. The goddess is never alone. If we manage to defeat her, we can steal the spheres she has. But be careful, she has very powerful bodyguards. What did you say? Steal? But we never said we would steal. Just shut up and let's go already. Let's not waste any time. We need to revive Asta and get your old body back. Of course, father. And what other wishes are you planning to make? Exclaimed a deity behind both of them. Well, there's no point in hiding anymore. Bed, it was because you shouted too much, father. What? You're the one who never keeps quiet. Suddenly, Goku is struck by a blow that sends him flying. Bardock's eyes. We meet again, said Bardock, turning around and looking at the goddess Karma. My god, Bardock, you're always causing me trouble. I think this time I really will have to exterminate you. I'm tired of your little games and your escapes. Karma, I just want the spheres. The spheres? Isn't it enough for you to cause me trouble? Shouted the entity, launching an energy ball, which Bardock disintegrated with one hand. Goku would get up, aching. Goku, she is Karma, the goddess I told you about. However, don't let your guard down. There's another god, even stronger than her, protecting the spheres. Spheres? Ha ha ha, Karma laughed. This left Bardock and Goku doubtful. What's going on? What spheres are you talking about, Bardock? The spheres you're talking about had to be handed over to the god of this universe, since he ordered us to. This leaves both Saiyans in shock. No, it can't be. Seriously, am I going to have to stay this small? Impossible. But why? That god is really weak. I could easily finish him off. However, he has more authority than I do. Plus, he has his angel backing him up. There was nothing I could do. Damn it. So what do we do now? Bardock, actually, I've been looking for you. Bardock, doubtful, what are you talking about? Karma approaches both Saiyans. The truth is, I don't want this beautiful planet to be destroyed. What do you mean? What I'm trying to say is that a rebellion will soon begin. A rebellion? But, by whom? How? According to what angels and others have said, the Grand Priest is planning to rebel against Xeno-sama and conquer all the universes, but it seems that he still doesn't have enough power to do it yet. If the Grand Priest manages to surpass Xeno-sama, not only my planet but all the universes would be destroyed, since he wants to create just one universe and erase the others. However, the angels and gods who support him will survive and lend him all their strength. So we can't trust any deity. These words leave Goku and Bardock astonished. Is that priest really planning all of that? Goku exclaimed seriously, "Hey, and how does that kid know about the Grand Priest?" "Supposedly, only you know about him, Bardock. Did you tell him anything?" "Of course not. And this kid is my son. However, it's kind of a long story." "Actually, I'm not a kid," said Goku, smiling confidently. "Well? He looks pretty weak to really be your son. I recommend you don't underestimate him, even if you don't believe it. I'm more than sure he has even greater potential than you and I combined. It's just that, right now, let's say he's not in the best condition. We were searching for the Dragon Balls, since he needs to recover his true body. Only then will he be able to use his real power." "Wow. So that's why you needed the Dragon Balls. And now what are we going to do?" "Goku, seriously. Even so, even if I get my body back, Daishin is planning all this. Not even with all my power could I stand up to him. I never imagined this kind of danger would appear. I feel the same way. Everything is in danger, and we don't know when it will end. Damn, this really puts us in a tight spot. Damn it, what do? We can't do this alone. I have my bodyguard. He could help us travel anywhere in the universes." "Really?" Suddenly, a voice could be heard in their minds. Goku falls to the ground in pain. "Kakarot, what's happening to him?" Goku's eyes would start turning blood red. What's happening to me? What is this? My body is moving on its own. "Kakarot, are you okay?" Suddenly, Goku lands a super punch to Bardock's face, sending him flying. "What are you doing, boy?" Khan said, casting a spell and trapping Goku in a cube, but Goku's power kept increasing to outrageous levels. "I don't know. My body is acting on its own and it feels really good. What is this?" Goku laughed, letting himself be carried away by the tremendous power he was gaining. "This is so much fun. This is amazing. I feel really good." Goku shouted, releasing his ki and sending Karma flying through the air. Bardock gets up. What the hell is going on? His power. I've never seen this kind of energy before. What the heck? He's losing control. I have to put an end to this once and for all. Bardock quickly shifted into his Ultra Instinct form. In an instant, Bardock appeared behind Goku, landing a blow meant to knock Goku out. However, the young Saiyan stopped him with one hand, leaving Bardock stunned. But what? How is this possible? Goku, with a sinister smile, lands a punch to Bardock's stomach. The blow was so strong that it made the Saiyan spit blood, collapsing to his knees. This power is incredible. This power is the key to everything. With this, I feel like I could surpass even the angels. "Kakarot, what are you doing?" Suddenly, Goku would shout. "Damn you, or who the hell are you? Get out of my mind." Goku would unleash an overwhelming power. His ki was rising up to the heavens. He would transform into imperfect Ultra Instinct, then shift to Super Saiyan Blue 3, and finally return to his normal form. Bardock was on the ground, in pain. What's happening? What's going on? In Goku's mind. Just let yourself go. Son Goku, your thirst for revenge, your lack of power, that hidden rage you carry, your resentment. I can make you stronger. Who do you think you are, you wretch? Well, you'll get to know me soon enough. Just remember this. Tablos. Suddenly, the entity in Goku's mind would disappear. Goku falls to the ground, returning to normal, very agitated and out of breath. Bardock, having powered down, approaches Goku. "Kakarot, are you alright?" Goku, out of breath. Yes, Karma appears. What was that? Does that kid really have that much power? The entity said this, mouth agape, trembling. Goku would recover. Father, no. I don't know what happened. Kakarot, you're back. At that moment, Bardock falls to the ground, kneeling, coughing up blood. Damn it, that hit you gave me really hurt. Ha ha. Bardock laughed as he spat blood. Father, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me. I just let myself go. That power, that strength. It felt so good. Bardock looked seriously at Goku. Kakarot. It seems someone tried to possess your mind and body. However, what kind of monster must it have been to try to control your power, which is so great, and grant you such overwhelming energy? Father, I really felt good. I felt as if I was superior even to the angels themselves. At that moment, Karma appears. Tell me, boy, did he say anything to you? No, wait. He told me something called Tablos. This leaves Bardock and Karma paralyzed and speechless. What's going on? No, don't tell me that guy has now set his sights on you. Damn it. Bardock struck the ground. Goku was confused. What's going on? Tablos? He is the creator of the Super Dragon Balls, and is capable of controlling both angels and any deity. He's a living legend. Relax, he couldn't possess me, said Goku with a smile. It's true. But why? Why couldn't he? The three of them wondered. Meanwhile, somewhere else, in a place outside the universes, what is it that you need, Tablos? Daishin said this nervously. Why? Because you didn't keep your word? Daishin, nervous and serious. My word? I always keep my word. What are you talking about? Are you an idiot? At that moment, he creates an image showing Goku as a child. Who is that? Asked Daishin. Who is he? Don't you realize? That's none other than the son you had with the Saiyan mortal back then. Daishin is left speechless. No, that's not possible. Tu ordered him to be killed. Since he carried my blood, he should be dead. You're a complete fool. Apparently, he did die, but he was reincarnated. However, somehow, that damned mortal once again possesses your cells and those of the Saiyan. But now, his cells are enhanced. Do you know anything about this? No, I didn't know anything about it, but tell me, how do you know all of this? I tried to dominate his mind and body, but because of your wretched cells, I can't control him 100%, and now, by trying to control him, I gave him part of my power and cells, since I was merging my body with his. But your cells interfered. It's a great threat. Without a doubt. Relax, I'll send that god of destruction to eliminate them, and if not, I'll have to go myself. Do whatever you want, but don't come asking me for help later. Daishin smiles confidently as he leaves the place, while Tablos, with his wandering eye, continues searching for some powerful being to control, when suddenly, well, how interesting, very interesting. So there are others as well, somewhere else. Gohan was unleashing all his fury and rage, gradually destroying planet Earth, when suddenly, right in front of him, none other than Vegeta appears. Whis, astonished, says, well now, what an interesting turn of events. It seems he's already out of control, a true beast, but well, at least this will serve as good training for me before I go looking for Kakarot, and I'll tell him that I eliminated his son with my own hands. Vegeta said this with a smile as he slowly walked toward Gohan, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. But the beast, moving at extreme speed, saw the prince's move and vanished. What? Gohan appears above, bringing his arms together and landing a powerful blow to Vegeta's head, sending him crashing into the ground and spitting blood. This leaves Whis astonished. Vegeta was about to get up, but he was hit by a series of blows, after which Gohan fired a deadly beam at him. Vegeta barely managed to stop it, but was forced to retreat. Impossible. He's supposed to be a beast, yet his attacks are so fast and coordinated, it seems like he's thinking. Gohan attacks with an energy ball, throwing a punch, but Vegeta closes his eyes and, with ease, deflects Gohan's punch while transformed into Ultra Ego, landing a punch that sends Gohan crashing into some rocks. Well, it seems that was his limit. Gohan was on the ground, badly injured and exhausted, on the verge of being defeated. Vegeta stands in front of Gohan, who was kneeling without any awareness. Disappear from my sight. Insect, exclaimed Vegeta, charging an energy ball, about to eliminate the Saiyan, when suddenly a voice is heard. Father. Gohan turns his head, seeing none other than Videl along with their daughter, who bursts out. She was a teenager now, since many years had passed since they last saw each other. Seeing them both, Gohan reacts, regaining consciousness. Father, I finally see you, Pan shouted. Gohan, don't give up. And where did these insects come from? Exclaimed Vegeta, about to launch an attack at them, but a light appeared on Gohan's body. It was a powerful roar. Everything lit up, as Gohan had regained consciousness, recovering his memories. A light shone across the entire planet and throughout the universe. What the hell? From the light, a completely different being appeared, with a white tail, white hair, skin of such a white color, red eyes, and a light so bright it illuminated everything. What? But who are you? What's going on, Whis? Asked Vegeta, but Whis was speechless. Gohan, by mastering his beast form thanks to memories of his wife and daughter, had achieved a new transformation never seen before. The perfect mystic beast Super Saiyan. This form not only radiated light, but life itself was created around him. Vegeta was speechless. Did he really manage to master that power just by looking at those insects? No, it can't be. Vegeta shouted, launching an energy ball at Videl and Pan, but Gohan appeared in front of them, making Vegeta's attack disappear. Father, Gohan, I would appreciate it if you both moved away, please. This is a dangerous place for both of you. Father, you are so strong. Gohan, both of them ran off, moving away and watching from a distance. Vegeta, I don't know how or why you've become such a ruthless being, but I swear I won't show you any mercy. Vegeta, angry, says, Mercy, who do you think you are, insect? Vegeta vanishes and reappears in front of Gohan, throwing 2 punches with both hands, which Gohan blocks with his own hands. I told you I won't show you any mercy. Gohan landed a punch that made Vegeta stagger back in pain, but Gohan was already in front of him with an energy ball pressed against his stomach, causing it to explode on the Saiyan Prince. Vegeta fell to the ground, wounded. No, he tried to increase his power even more in his Ultra Ego form, but Gohan's speed was beyond that. Impossible. You were locked up for more than 10 years. How can you have so much power? Power isn't just about the physical, but also about the animal mind, Gohan explained, landing a knee to Vegeta's face and making him spit blood. Gohan unleashed a barrage of attacks, which Vegeta could barely manage to block. Vegeta shouts, Arka, but Gohan uses a technique with his eyes to nullify Vegeta's power. What? Meanwhile, Whis was perplexed. Vegeta, furious, gathers all his power. Insect, you're not on my level, Vegeta shouted, unleashing a super final flash amplified 100 times. It seems you don't understand or can't grasp the difference in our powers right now. But fine, you killed my father, you tore me away from my family, and I'll never forgive you for that, exclaimed Gohan, as he charged a star-filled sphere in one hand shouting, Masenko Stella. A massive clash of attacks was created. The shockwaves felt everywhere. On one hand, what is this? This power feels very familiar to me, said Goku in astonishment, while Baldo and Karma were somewhat frightened. It's a kit that's out of the ordinary. In fact, I sense 2 energies, and one of them isn't from this world. While Tai's immortal has extraordinary power, but he's the son of that Saiyan, and also possesses the same angel cells. Damn it, these mortals keep reproducing one after another. It seems that the Saiyans are powerful. Controlling one would be beneficial. In the clash of attacks, Vegeta was giving it his all, while Gohan was winning by a wide margin. Come on, Dad, you can do it. That's it, Gohan, you're almost defeating him. Goodbye, Vegeta, see you in the other world. Gohan would increase his power, further boosting his attacks. No, damn you, Gohan, this is for my father, shouted the Saiyan, increasing his power even more. Vegeta couldn't hold on any longer, and was about to be defeated when suddenly his eyes turned red. The Saiyan's power would rise to stratospheric levels, his muscles and everything else increasing. Gohan confused, but what? Vegeta would scream in pain, suffering from an unbearable headache. Perfect, here I can truly control you, ha ha ha, now you are 100% mine. Vegeta's final flash would increase, as he shouted, amplified 1,000 times. This left Gohan tied and cornered. But, what's happening? Where is he getting more power from? Ultra Stellar Masenko, shouted Gohan, pouring all his strength into his attack. What? How do you have more power? Said Vegeta, who was no longer really Vegeta, he was being possessed by Tablos. Both were giving it their all. But when they least expected it, Vegeta would once again increase his power, shouting, I am the creator of the super spheres, and no one can defeat me. Final flash amplified 1,000,000 times. Gohan was stunned. Wait, what? No, that's not possibly, screamed Gohan as he took the narrative attacks, causing an explosion that would destroy half of planet Earth, splitting it in 2. The fusion of Vegeta and Tablos fell to the ground, kneeling and very way. Meanwhile, Tablos, sitting on his throne, started to get a nosebleed. Damn it, that mortal had extraordinary power. Damn you, he hurt me. I used too much power. Meanwhile, Videl and Pan would scream, no father, Gohan. Vegeta stands up with a smile. You were a powerful opponent, but you're definitely not enough for me. From the rubble, Gohan would emerge, badly wounded and covered in blood. You're defeated. You're no longer a match for me. At that moment, Videl and Pan run toward Gohan, hugging him. What the hell are you doing? Run away. We don't want you to leave again. If you go, we'll go too. Vegeta raises his hands. Take my universal cannon. He charges up a super attack. Gohan hugs Videl and his daughter. I'm sorry, I truly am so sorry, I couldn't save you. They close their eyes, expecting their death, but I fired my universal cannon. He charges up a super attack. I'm sorry, I truly am so sorry, I couldn't save you. They close their eyes, expecting their death, but a voice was heard, while Vegeta shouts, die, as he launches his super attack. At that moment, Gohan disappears, while Vegeta, without realizing it, had launched his attack, destroying planet Earth, a destruction that would be felt throughout the universe, out in space. Lord Vegeta, are you alright? Whis, I'm better than ever. That's good, that's good. We eliminated those insects. Vegeta said this with a hint of happiness. Whis was somewhat doubtful and disagreed with the god's actions. Whis, let's get out of here. We have to go look for Kakarot. I already have the power to teleport anywhere in the universe. Ha, ha. Vegeta laughed wickedly, disappearing. Meanwhile, on the plan, at King Kai's place, Gohan and King Kai appear. Good, you made it here alive. For a moment, I thought you'd be disintegrated, exclaimed Supreme Kai. That was a close call, wasn't it, Mr. Gohan? Said King Kai, seeing Gohan on the ground. Pan, Videl, where are they? It can't be. Gohan cried out, hitting the ground as tears fell. Both Kais were left stunned. It's true. What happened? Did my teleportation fail? The elder replied, from what I saw at the last moment, I think both girls didn't hold on to you in time and didn't make it. This left King Kai stunned. Gohan was crying. Damn it, Pan, betrayal, shouted the Saiyan, unleashing a tremendous power. Calmate, Señor Gohan. Calm down. That bastard, again. Once again, he has taken me away from my family. I'm going to kill him, even if it costs me my life. Meanwhile, in another universe, Bardock, Goku, and Karma would arrive at the planet of the god of Universe 13. So this is where the Dragon Balls are. Yes, that's right. The god of destruction took them from me, and luckily he still hasn't used them. We have to be discreet and take them from him without him noticing. Hey, but what is this place? This place is the entrance to Universe 13. Here you can find many important and mythological super powerful gods from all the universes. Among them are the two legendary gods, who are the ones that allow passage between life and death. Their powers are equal to those of the angels. There is also a very strange creature called Berspa. Its rank is equal to or even higher than that of the angels themselves, and various powerful deities can be found here. So our lives are at risk. If you run into anyone, run away. The three of them would start to explore the world with their ki the lowest possible level so as not to attract attention or put themselves in too much danger, since they were in an area overrun by higher deities and supri. Meanwhile, in the world of the dead, hey, tell me where the two legendary gods are or show me the way out of this world, Asta demanded coldly, with a serious look. In the world of the dead, time passed very differently than in the world of the living, so Asta had already spent 10 years in that world. Please, don't kill me. I don't want to disappear from existence, begged the god kneeling before Asta. I won't kill you. However, you attacked us. Why are you doing this? It's just that you've already killed many gods in this world. Everyone knows you as the God Slayer. I was paid to assassinate you, so you're a hitman, huh? I have nothing against you, so please don't do anything to me, begged the god. Alright, go. If you have no information and you're begging for your life, I won't do anything to you. Get out of my sight. Thank you so much, exclaimed the god. In the distance, a spirit would appear. Well, so you came back, Lisa. Asta exclaimed with a smile. I've already told you not to call me that. By the way, what are you doing? Are you going to let that god live? It's just that, honestly, he's begging me and I think he doesn't have bad intentions, Asta said, laughing when suddenly the god attacks from behind, catching Asta off guard. Asta, watch out. Lisa shouted, performing a technique, and placing a barrier around Asta's body. The god tries to stab Asta, but thanks to the barrier, his weapon is destroyed. Lisa was angry. Idiot, that's your weakness. You trust people too much. You may be very powerful, but you have nothing in your head. Asta was surprised, but then got annoyed, turning serious and landing a blow on the god. He falls to the ground. I'm sorry, shouted the god. Asta was very angry. Sorry? You told me something and you didn't keep your word. I gave you a chance and you wasted it. You're an idiot. Asta draws his sword, charging an energy sphere to launch it and disintegrate the deity. Lisa, annoyed. You know you're a fool. Your power is already very weak. He gets upset. You know you're an idiot. Your power is already far above the gods of this world thanks to the training I gave you. However, it's a shame I can't change your heart. Relax, nothing will happen. Anyway, we'll have to keep searching for those legendary gods. Yes, I think I already have enough power to defeat them. Obviously, all thanks to me and your spiritual master, even though I stopped training you years ago. You far surpassed me. I never thought you'd have so much potential. Well, honestly, neither did I, but you have a lot of skills and many more years of fighting experience. That's right. And with you, I was able to surpass my limits, haha. She was laughing when suddenly they were surrounded by many gods. Here they are. It's those two. Asta turns around seriously. And what do you want? The gods approach Asta seriously. That's why we're here. They kneel before Asta. This leaves Asta and Lisa confused and surprised. You're the God Slayer, right? We want you to help us, please. We want to defeat the legendary god. Those words make Asta get serious. Where is that guy? He himself is following us. At that moment, the god is struck by a deadly lightning bolt, leaving everyone shocked. Who the hell was that? Suddenly, god after god begins to die, each one struck by different deadly lightning bolts. Asta and Lisa were left speechless, stunned to see how easily the gods were dying. Please, Asta, help us. Number, where are they attacking from? I can't sense their presence. Can they really hide their ki 100%? Asta, watch out, said Lisa, teleporting Asta to her side and saving him from being struck by a lightning bolt. Thursday, thank you, Lisa. I didn't notice. You're such a fool. At that moment, from a bolt of lightning, an entity appeared with a presence that made the entire underworld tremble. Thursday, that's him, said a goddess in a trembling voice as she hid behind Asta. Don't worry, you two stay back. Hey, are you the legendary one? That's right, the entity replied quickly. So what? I've been looking for you too. So they call you the God Slayer. You've been killing thousands of gods. You've disrupted my world, but without a doubt, I must eliminate you. Asta was about to move, but the god's fist was already buried in his stomach. Asta spits blood as he's sent flying towards some rocks. Asta! Lisa shouts, stopping with a great burst of ki and launching multiple blows at him, but they have no effect on the god. Stellar Shine, shouted the mortal goddess, who creates a portal, making an attack appear behind the legendary god, but with one hand he disintegrates that power. Impossible. Is that your strongest attack? What weak gods used to inhabit my world? Hey, I suggest you don't get in the way, Lisa said seriously. Sorry, Lisa shouts, activating enhanced energy. Lisa's divine ki would be unleashed, releasing a tremendous power. What? What is that? So you had sealed power? Very interesting. Lie? With a speed beyond that of light, he gathers strength in his arm, appearing in front of the deity, to whom he throws an energy ball in the face, sending her to another part of the world. Very well, you managed to damage my clone. Lisa is left astonished when, at that moment, the deity grabs her by the neck and slams her into the ground, creating a massive crater. Lisa is left buried in the ground. Damn, you let her go, shouted Asta, drawing his sword and about to cut the god in two, but the god dodged, appearing behind Asta and with a single blow forced Asta to his knees. That sword looks interesting. Asta backs away saying, you want it? Then take it. He creates 10 swords and then opens several teleportation portals. Ah, what are you doing? At that moment, Asta hurled the 10 swords at great speed. Portals formed around the god, and the swords shot out of the portals at high speed. But what? The god tried to dodge Asta's attacks, but the swords and the portals he created were so fast that, in a moment of carelessness, the god was struck by multiple slashes all over his body, then exploded, creating a gigantic crater. Asta, laughing. What did you think of my technique? These swords, besides being cursed, they're not ordinary swords, they're made with your ki, a divine ki, aren't they? Asta, smiling. That's right, and you won't be able to regenerate either. The god becomes enraged. This is a real technique, teleporting an attack from a planet. At that moment, Asta is teleported into space. What the hell? Where am I? Hundreds of planets, moving at an incredible speed, would crash into Asta, creating a galactic explosion. Lisa gets up, injured. Asta, damn it, where is Asta? Here he is, exclaimed the deity, snapping his fingers and making Asta appear from the sky, crashing to the ground badly hurt, having taken an extremely powerful attack. Lisa and the mortal goddess are left in shock. Asta! Lisa shouted, rushing to help. But the deity created hundreds of divine lightning bolts with her hand and hurled them at Lisa. At that moment, the mortal goddess appeared, trying to stop all of the god's attacks. I'll distract him, go to him. Lisa immediately appeared where Asta was, seeing him badly injured and covered in blood on the ground. This can't be true, does that guy really have that much power? Heal, Lisa exclaimed, healing Asta's wounds with her spiritual energy. Asta gets up. Lisa, what happened? Asta, you idiot, I told you not to let your guard down, Lisa shouted, shedding a few tears as she hugged Asta. I'm sorry, I didn't think he would have so much power. Meanwhile, the god was watching this. So, that spirit has the ability to heal. Alright, then I'll go after her. Asta, angry, stands up. That's enough, get back Lisa. What? Asta, get back Lisa. Asta said seriously, and then his body began to be enveloped in a dark aura, a very different and abnormal power surging forth. What are you doing, Asta? Lisa said in surprise as she stepped back. Oh, what is this? How strange. I've never observed anyone quite like you. What kind of energy is that? Asta clenches his fists. I'll pay you back for what you did to me. Dimensional slash. Asta shouted. Just like that, dimensional rifts would open up in space itself. The deity was paralyzed. And then, from the rifts, received multiple dimensional slashes, even more powerful and potent than before. The legendary god tries to block and dodge the attacks, but can't, taking every single hit, falling to the ground spitting blood, his body completely drained. Asta appears in front of him and lands a kick. The god is sent flying into the sky, but Asta teleports above him, brings his hands together, and delivers a powerful blow, slamming the deity into the ground. Without hesitation, Asta charges up and launches thousands of energy spheres. Lisa was amazed by Asta's power. Asta appears next to Lisa, looking a bit tired. Hey, what was that? Asta, exhausted. That's my demonic transformation. Did you say transformation? It's a mix of divine ki, demonic energy, and my natural energy. This power surpasses all Saiyan transformations, even that of a god. It's a technique I've learnt over time, but I still can't control it. It drains a lot of my energy. It's called Ultra Black. That Frieza guy I fought used a somewhat similar transformation, but I've already far surpassed his power. Lisa was speechless. In the distance, the god could be seen walking slowly, on the verge of death. You're a bastard. What did you do? This is your end, declared Asta, drawing his sword infused with demonic and divine energy. Asta was getting ready when the deity shouted, "Brother!" A light appeared. Asta and Lisa were paralyzed. Oh God Zerifar, what happened to you? Oh God Zerifar, what happened to you? Exclaimed an unknown entity. Asta was somewhat astonished. That being has even more power. It can't be. Brother, fuse with me. Fuse with me and let's finish off that damned mortal. Zerifar, I see you're badly wounded. You know I love absorbing the power of others. That's how I reached this level. You know that, right? Yes, brother, but that guy is very powerful. He wouldn't even finish speaking before being grabbed by the neck. But, what is he doing? Asta shouted in surprise. Fuse with you? Not even in your dreams. I've been waiting for the moment when you're about to die so I can make you mine. Brother, what are you doing? Absorption. The entire planet began to shine. Asta shouts, "Get away, Lisa, it's going to explode." At that moment, a powerful and tremendous explosion wiped out a large part of the world of the dead. Asta and Lisa appeared in another part of the world of the what just happened. What did that guy do? It seems he betrayed his brother just to gain more power. So what do we do now? Asta was about to answer, but a voice was heard. You also have an energy I'd be interested in absorbing. Asta and Lisa, they were perplexed. This guy just merged with his brother, and his power is beyond limits. This power is amazing, but it will be even more so when you are kneeling before me, said the divine fusion appearing next to Asta, landing a fatal blow along with a flurry of powerful blows, which would make Asta spit a lot of blood. No, Asta. Lisa screamed. Meanwhile, somewhere else. We found it, the three said, seeing some very strange Dragon Balls in the distance. Goku was about to grab them when Karma shouts, "Wait, stop, Goku." At that, Goku would receive a huge explosion. "Goku," Bardock shouted. The smoke would disperse, revealing the Saiyan without a scratch. What was that? Are there traps here or something? Bardock and Karma sighed. So the three of them grabbed the Dragon Balls and leave the castle. The three of them would head out towards some mountains and a clear area. Hey, Karma, do you know how to summon the dragon? Karma, smiling. Of course I do. Dragon of Immortality, appear right now. The sky would turn dark, and a super dragon with an overwhelmingly negative and powerful energy would appear. Bardock, smiling. Yes, that's him. He's the dragon who brought Shine back to life. Goku, smiling. I'll finally have my body. They only get one wish. Tell me your single wish. This surprised all three of them. What's going on? Didn't this dragon grant more than 2 wishes? Karma, nervously. It can't be. It looks like the Dragon Balls were used recently. It must have been the god of this universe. Damn it, what wish are we going to make now? Goku smiling. That doesn't matter. Let's bring my brother back to life. That's right, tell him to revive Asta. He's my son, he's a Saiyan. Karma shouts. Dragon. Bring Asta back to life. A Saiyan? Son of Bardock. The Saiyan who is here. The dragon would say, that wish cannot be granted. The being you mention is, in some way, in the world of the dead, and I do not have enough power to bring him out of there. The only way for him to leave that place is by killing the 2 legendary gods who rule that world. Those words shock the 3 of them. It can't be. My brother is trapped in an unknown world. Damn it, the atmosphere would become tense.
We have no other choice. Kakaroto, you have to return to your original body. Only then will you be able to increase your powers. Yes, father, said Goku, when suddenly Bardock's arm was cut off, blood splattering everywhere. This left Goku and Karma paralyzed and speechless. Father. Goku shouted, as he too was hit by a powerful kick, sending him crashing into the rock. Karma, trembling, turned his head and saw nothing, and with Kan together with 3 more gathered deities, it can't be true. Daishin, the priest of the multiverse, the monster god Berzeba, controller of the universes, the god of destruction of this universe and the most powerful god, also the great god Phobos, creator of the Super Dragon Balls, are here. But why? Why are these 4 powerful deities together here? Because they're here. Karma shouted in shock to herself. It seems we arrived just in time, exclaimed the beast of the god Berzeba. We were in an important meeting, and you had the nerve to come and steal those spheres from us, Tablos said seriously. Well, I offer you my sincerest apologies. I never thought mortals would enter my planet, said the god of destruction of Universe 13. Well, I never thought I'd run into Son Goku here. He would have awakened 100% of all his demonic power thanks to Suida, and because Lisa fused with him. And what is that thing? That energy. Even with his sword, he unleashes a powerful wave that cuts through everything in its path. The fusion called Lizard barely dodges it with great difficulty. What the hell was that? And that speed? Then, he even appears behind him, stabbing him with his demonic sword, causing Lizard to fall to the ground on his knees. Damn it, I don't understand. Where did he get more energy from? What kind of mortal is he? Lizard proceeds to draw a sword, swinging it at Asta, but Asta dodges it with incredible speed and lands a blow to Lizard's neck, sending him crashing into the rocks. I'm going to kill you. I can't believe this is happening. His level of power and energy are out of this world. Then, Asta appears in front of the fusion, striking at him with all his might using his demonic sword. Piercing through him, Lizard crashes to the ground. Defeated, Asta, completely out of control, decides to create a gigantic demonic sword, launching his final attack. He's going to kill me. Damn you. I won't die here. And Asta unleashes his final blow, but Lizard, on the verge of death, quickly creates a portal and manages to escape. Asta's attack hits the ground, and a cracking sound is heard. Asta's attack had been so powerful that the world he was in was slowly being destroyed, and he even reverted from his transformed state, falling from the sky. Drained of strength, the world he was in was collapsing, being destroyed. Damn it, this world is going to explode soon and I can't move. I have no strength left. Father, mother, brother, I wish I could have seen you all one more time. This is as far as I go. I give up. Hey, are you really my son? I never taught you to give up. Goodbye, father. Father, what was that? Daishin wondered, turning around and left speechless. Damn, where is all that power coming from? Said Berzeba, mortally wounded, turning around in surprise. Meanwhile, Goku looked around everywhere, searching for Vegeta. Kakarot, now it's time, let's start the real fight. Goku is stunned to see a completely different Vegeta. Now I control my own body, and I have the power of the Haver insect. This is Vegeta let out a roar as he transformed. Goku regained his senses, left him. No, it's possible. It can't be true. Now then, let's begin, Kakarot. This is Vegeta let out a roar as he transformed. Goku regained his senses, left in awe. No, it's possible. It can't be true. Now then, let's begin, Kakarot. Let's begin, Kakarot. Vegeta, you're despicable. Let's see if you can entertain me a little. Insect, Vegeta, Kakaroto. Both Saiyans stared intensely at each other. A tremendous pressure could be felt in the air. Vegeta, in his so-called multiversal angel form, and Goku, in his golden Ozaru god form, were about to face off. Daishin teleports next to Berzeba, who was badly injured. Let's get out of here. Berzeba, wounded. Are you afraid or something? I no longer know what the limits of those Saiyans are. You're right, let's get out of here before things get even more dangerous. The two deities vanished from the scene, leaving Goku and Vegeta behind. The planet was collapsing under the weight of the two enormous powers. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the universe, "This really is my father's power," exclaimed Gohan in astonishment. "This is it. This is my father, I'm absolutely sure." So, Son Goku is still alive even after all these years? "That's not possible, he died," said the old man. "Then how can we sense Mr. Goku's ki all the way from here? And on top of that, this power, it's beyond my imagination," exclaimed Gohan in shock. "Without a doubt, this really is Goku's ki, and it's truly something to fear. It's so immense, that it's probably being felt across all the universes. But we must emphasize that he has died. However, there is a possibility that he was reborn with his memories." "What? What are you saying, Supreme Kai? Reborn? How is that possible? I don't know. I also have many doubts about what's happening in the universe, but there is only one entity capable of reviving individuals with extraordinarily great powers. An entity that can do that, who is it? I've only seen it in books. But there is a world called the Star Kingdom. There lives none other than the sister of the Grand Priest and other beings. But it is said that this kingdom is very well hidden. So there are other worlds. That's right. And most likely, Goku was reborn in a so-called Universe 13. Since all beings who are reborn by that goddess are reborn in Universe 13. Universe 13. Supreme Kai, how do you know all that? Fool, remember that I am millions of years old. I may be an old man, but I'm a very wise and charming old man. You're right, Supreme Kai, you are very wise and also quite charming. Gohan smiles nervously. Hey, but wait, I can also sense Vegeta's ki. You're right. It's a very evil presence throughout the entire universe. Yes. But it's different from when I faced him. He has much more power. That bastard managed to break his limits again. Without a doubt you Saiyans are to be feared. You shouldn't have existed. Your race has no limits and is very dangerous to any being, exclaimed the old man. "Ah, I wish I could see everything that's happening," shouted Kaioshin. "There is only one way to know more and also to raise and control those powers you have, Gohan. Your powers will be fundamental. I still can't control my powers 100%. I don't even know where they came from. And tell us, Supreme Kaio-sama, what is that method? We must go to the Stellar Realm to find that so-called Queen of Everything, Daishinkan's sister. But how do we do that? Gohan, transform into that strange form and use your power to try to create dimensional portals, and if we're lucky, we might be able to find her. But I still can't control that transformation, Supreme Kaio-sama, said Gohan, a bit nervous. Then what are you waiting for, boy? Go and train, shouted the elder so that Gohan would start training and gain a bit more control over his power. Meanwhile, Hey, where is Daishin-kan? No, we don't know. Great King of Everything. Daishin can appear right now, shouted Zeno-sama, and Daishin can appeared with Berzaba, who was injured. As soon as Daishin-kan saw Zeno-sama, he immediately knelt down, and Berzaba did the same. Daishin-kan, where have you been? ¿Y qué hace Berzabur contigo? Also, why is he bleeding? Daishin-kan, nervously. Great Zeno-sama, it's just that we were training. Berzaba needed me to train him. That's true, both deities stammered. Daishin-kan, start fulfilling your duties better or else I will take away your powers and you will no longer be the priest. And as for you, Berzaba, I will erase you. Forgive us, great Zeno-sama, exclaimed both deities, bowing their heads. Well, for a while now I've felt the presence of my friend Goku and some other strange presences. Also, the universe seems to be breaking apart. Do you know anything about this, Daishin-kan? Zeno-sama said very seriously. Daishin-kan was very nervous. Of course not, great Zeno-sama. If you would allow me to speak, I must say that two Saiyans have been interfering in the universes. Daishin-kan looks angrily at Berzaba. Berzaba stands up shouting, it's all Daishin-kan's fault. Berzabur pointed at Daishin-kan. The Guardians and Zeno-sama look at Daishin-kan. What are you talking about, Berzaba? Berzaba gives a slight smile. Daishin-kan has been throwing the universes into chaos and killed his friend Son Goku, and on top of that, he has been plotting behind their backs. The Guardians and Zeno-sama look very angrily at Daishin-kan. Seriously, Berzaba? Is this how you betray me? You're a bastard. I should have eliminated you. Great Zeno-sama, I suggest you eliminate this disloyal priest, and if you need a new priest, I will be here for you. Berzaba knelt, betraying Daishin-kan. Daishin-kan didn't expect that from you. Daishin-kan, trembling and very nervous, says to himself in his mind. Damn you, Berzaba, how could you do this to me? Zeno-sama, very angry, says, without a doubt, Daishin-kan, you deserve to be eliminated. Guardians, eliminate Daishin-kan. The Guardians prepare to attack. Daishin-kan assumes a fighting stance. While you, Berzaba, will be the new priest, exclaimed Zeno-sama. I will always be at your service, and it is an honor, great Zeno-sama. You bastard, shouted Daishin-kan, launching an attack at Percival, but Zeno-sama's guardians dissipate Daishin-kan's attack. Zeno-sama serio, eliminenlo, as you command, great Zeno-sama, set both guardians as...
Don't you even dare touch him right now.
From the palace corridors, someone would appear, walking slowly. Who are you?
How happy I am about who I am. Well, let's just say in short, I'm the son of the man over there.
He pointed toward the priest, Daishin-kan, smiling. Son, you finally arrived. You've finished your training already.
My training? Wow, father, it's clear you haven't noticed. Although I surpassed my training a long time ago, I've already overcome everything I once thought was insurmountable. When you reach the top of the whole world, it all just becomes a joke.
Daishin-kan, you never said you had a son. I created him specifically to obey my orders and eliminate you, laughed Daishin-kan.
Father, that's right. You trained me and I'm grateful for everything. But I don't need you anymore. I don't need your damn existence. Die.
Daishin-kan's head would be cut off, covering the room in blood.
You absolutely deserve this and more.
Everyone is left in shock.
Now, what should I do with you all? You dared to hurt me so much, and I'm really going to kill every single one of you.
Is he crazy? Exclaimed Beelzebub. Guardians, finish him. As you command, great Zeno-sama, the Guardians attack Zyko.
I know I'll turn you into my pets.
Suddenly, Zyko raises his hand, clenching his fists. Zeno-sama's Guardians fall to the ground, coughing up blood. What's happening? The Guardian's eyes turn red. Zyko, using a technique, possesses both deities.
Now they are mine, and as their creator, I order them to attack Zeno-sama.
Both Guardians obey Zyko's orders and attack Zeno-sama, but Zeno-sama, looking serious, raises his hand, creates a barrier, and sends the two Guardians flying. Then, Zeno-sama raises his hand and says, vanish. Both Guardians would be vanished, and their energies would return to Zeno-sama's body.
Wow, they were weaker than I thought.
That guy is really powerful. Just his presence makes me tremble. Beelzebub tries to escape, but behind him appears Zyko, charging up a super punch to his chest. He rips out his heart. Beelzebub falls lifeless to the ground. However, Zyko had actually ripped a gem from Beelzebub's heart.
But what is this?
Zeno-sama, surprised. Drop that, let it go.
This isn't a heart. Tell me what this is and I'll let it go.
Zeno-sama, astonished. It's the life gem. I gave them to the most precious beings in the worlds.
Well, so this gem is what gives you so much power. So it's a fragment of your life and it contains your energy, isn't that right?
Zeno-sama, stammering. I order you to let it go.
If this is so important, then I'd better eat it.
At that moment, Zyko absorbs the gem. Zyko's entire body begins to emanate Zeno-sama's energy and an incredible, awe-inspiring power.
So sorprendente. I wasn't expecting this kind of energy. I feel like my powers have doubled.
No, this can't be happening. At that moment, Zeno-sama would remember his friend Goku, recalling that he had embedded that gem in Goku, since he was his best friend.
So you gave that gem to your friend Son Goku and to other mortals, didn't you?
What? How are you reading my mind? What are you? At that moment, Zyko teleports in front of Zeno-sama, grabbing him by the neck. Zeno-sama would try to unleash all his power, creating two portals in an attempt to escape. However, Zyko raises his hand, stopping time to appear behind him and pierce through him. What? That's not possible. With a technique, dimensional confinement, Zyko would trap and seal Zeno-sama inside his own body. You'll be locked in there forever, because later I'll need you to give me more information about this entire multiverse. I'm going after everything. Zyko shouts to the world, his voice echoing through all the universes, and every being would hear him. What was that? I felt a strange power. Honestly, I don't know. Champasama. All the gods and angels would start receiving a message from Zyko. How's it going? I'm reaching out to all of you because I need your support. I've just killed your king and your priest. That's right, look. Zyko shows Daishin-kan's head. This would shock the gods and angels. Now then, I need you to tell me where I can find some gems called the Gems of Life. I'm sure you angels know about them. If you don't help me, I will go planet by planet, universe by universe, and I swear by my power that I will destroy you all. I hope you understood, right? It was a pleasure meeting you. Zyko cuts off communication with everyone. The gods and angels from different worlds, upon receiving this message, are left frightened and paralyzed. In this way, Zyko would begin to spread chaos and fear throughout the 12 universes. Each god of destruction and angel would recruit their warriors, sending them to search for the beings who possess the gem of life in their hearts. Across the 13 universes, there existed 7 gems of life, and Zen-Osama had scattered these gems throughout all the universes in order to have a potential successor in the future. As a result, there were 6 more beings, whether newborns, children, or adults, who possessed this gem within their soul and heart. One was Beelzebub, another is held by Goku. However, there were still 5 gems remaining. I did it. Gohan shouted happily, being in his controlled beast form, able to create a portal. Well done, kid. Now you just have to create thousands more until we hit the Queen's castle. Seriously. Come on, Mr. Gohan, you can do it. Meanwhile, somewhere else, Kakaroto. Vegeta, I'll never forgive you. You know? Goku shouted as he launched himself at Vegeta. I'll definitely kill you. You hear me? Vegeta shouted as he charged his man. Both of them clashed fists and legs, the impact echoing across the world, beginning a fierce exchange of blows. The fight that was breaking out was colossal. Vegeta tried to land blows on Goku, but the Saiyan's speed was incredible, allowing him to dodge Vegeta's attacks, so that Goku could counterattack, landing multiple blows over Vegeta's body. Goku kept hitting again and again, but Vegeta was very tough, able to block Goku's high-speed attacks. Is that all you've got, Kakarot? Then Vegeta, with a great amount of energy gathered in his fists, lands a powerful blow to the Saiyan's stomach, making him spit out a lot of blood as he staggers back in pain. However, Vegeta, at an incredible speed, fires beams from his 5 fingers that pierce through Goku's body. Goku throws an energy ball, but Vegeta slips behind him. Kakarot, I see you're a bit slow. The prince lands an elbow to his face along with a strong kick, then grabs Goku's leg and slams him against the ground. Goku was taking an endless barrage of attacks from Vegeta, until in a moment of carelessness, Goku uses instant transmission, appearing in another part of the planet, extremely wounded. Damn it. His strength is overwhelming. His speed also seems to be greater than mine. How is that possible? His blows are so powerful that my body can't regenerate quickly. I'll have to buy myself some time to recover my energy. Suddenly, Goku creates 5 clones of himself, sending each clone to different parts of the planet so that Vegeta can't find him easily. Alright, with this I'll gain a little time. I hope I can recover. With this, at least I'll have a bit more time to think of a plan. That insect ran away. I sense 5 energies identical to his. Vegeta would go looking for Goku. Meanwhile, our Saiyan was slowly recovering. No way, that bastard already took out 2 of my clones. I have to heal faster. He touches his chest, starting to gather more divine energy, healing his wounds, when suddenly a voice is heard. Where do you think you're going, insect? Vegeta grabs Goku by the head, slamming him into the ground, creating a huge crater, then hurls him into the air and shouts, "Dimensional explosion." Goku's body would explode in mid-air. Vegeta would start laughing as Goku fell from the sky, on the verge of death. This is where your second life ends, Kakarot. At that moment Goku would get up. No, this isn't over yet. Kaioken times 10. What? How? Vegeta recibió un duro puñetazo en la cara saliendo disparado al cielo, pero inmediatamente recuperaría otros 1000 golpes más en un milisegundo. Goku would shout even louder, Kaioken times 50. He began to strike the prince with all his might, unleashing billions of attacks per second. Vegeta tried to form an energy shield with one hand, but Goku's incredible speed and power were overwhelming, destroying every part of Vegeta. Then, with his last remaining strength, Goku unleashed a gigantic dimensional Kamehameha. Vegeta, with all his strength, raised his hand, dissipating Goku's attack and saving himself from death. However, he fell from the sky, reverting to his base form as he hit the ground, just like Goku, who had no energy left and whose body was on the verge of exploding. Both Saiyans lay on the ground, unable to move. Damn you. How could I have let my guard down? That insect won't defeat me. I can't move anymore. I think this really is my end. At that moment, Vegeta clutched his chest and shouted, "Impulse!" Vegeta's body responded, granting him a Zenkai boost and new powers and energy, allowing him to stand up. He smiled, transforming into Ultra Ego. This was the best fight. Too bad it ends here. Kakarot, I don't know how you managed to stay alive. Vegeta, why did you betray me? Just tell me. Goku said this, lying on the ground, completely on the verge of death. Vegeta, badly wounded, charges up an energy ball. Kakarot, I've always wanted to be the strongest. That has always been my wish. That has always been my goal as the Prince of the Saiyans. Now, at last, I will achieve it. However, my plan has changed. Now, I want to rule all 12 universes and be the most powerful, to make everyone do as I command. Goku gives a slight smile. Is that all? Vegeta gets annoyed. Did you just say, is that all? For me, it is everything. He shouts this, multiplying his power and creating a massive ball filled with evil and divine energy. I hope to see you in hell, insect. Goku laughing. Do you really think I let you go free? What? Goku raises his hand. Sacrifice. Those were Goku's last words before he began to be surrounded by a golden aura. What are you doing? What do you think? Vegeta steps back in fear. I'm sorry, father, brother. In the end, all three of us die. Isn't that right? I think this is as far as I go. However, at some point I felt Gohan's presence and ki, and I know he's alive. My hopes rest with you, Gohan, explained Goku as he gathered all the energy in the universe. Kakarot. What? Vegeta, it was a pleasure to fight with you one last time. Now the two of us will die. Are you insane? Sacrificing your life like this? Die with me, shouted Goku. With all the accumulated energy, he exploded along with Vegeta, destroying the entire planet and causing the universe to vanish from existence, disintegrating after Goku's final technique and plan. What is this? Hey, kid, don't get distracted. But Supreme Kai, didn't you feel that? It's true, a universe has just been destroyed. How is that possible? What could have happened? Gohan laughed. I felt my father's ki for a moment, but then, it disappeared. Damn, what is happening in the universes? Ah, damn it. I want to know more. Shouted Gohan, unleashing his power and creating a white portal. This leaves the three of them astonished. Huh? But, what is this? The Elder Kai, overjoyed, shouts, you did it, Gohan. At last, we've found the portal that will take us to that palace. Let's go before it closes. Yes. The three entities entered the portal, appearing in a divine palace. But what is this? So this is the hidden realm of legends. Hey, you, a voice was heard. At that moment, a great minotaur appeared. The three of them were frightened by the presence of this being. Leave. You are not welcome here. Excuse us, but we are searching for a queen of everything. Leave. You are not welcome here, the minotaur repeated. At that moment, Gohan was struck with a hammer, sent crashing into a wall. Worse than... In front of him, the minotaur appeared, trying to hit him with his hammer, but Gohan dodged it. However, the minotaur had an ability with his eye, allowing him to see Gohan's movements and appear behind him. But, what? He landed a hammer blow to the face, sending you crashing into a statue, Mr. Gohan. Amazing, that Minotaur is using something in his right eye. It looks like he can tell where Gohan is going to be. What? Are you saying that he can anticipate Gohan's attacks? No, what I'm saying is that this Minotaur has the ability to see the future, although I don't know for how long. You are amazing, Elder Kai. You're very observant. Gohan would emerge from the rocks, somewhat injured. What did he just do? How? Gohan shifts into his mystic form, launching a Masenko, then appears above the deity, the Minotaur. With its eye, pulverizes Gohan's Masenko and quickly dodges Gohan's strike, leaving the Saiyan paralyzed. The deity strikes the ground with its mace, and Gohan remains paralyzed. What? I can't move. The Minotaur gathers a great amount of power and starts charging toward Gohan. Damn it, he's going to attack me and I can't move. Ah! Gohan screamed, transforming into his mastered beast form, breaking free from the deity's technique and dodging the Minotaur. That was close. The Minotaur would get even angrier, letting out a powerful roar, once again leaving Gohan paralyzed. What the heck? His power increased again, and so did his abilities. Now I can't move, not even in my transformed state. The Minotaur began to gather all his energy in his fist to go after Gohan. Ah, damn it, I can't move. His technique and power are impressive. And if he crashes into me, his strength will destroy me. Supreme Kai, help me. Lo siento, señor Gohan, no puedo moverme. Me neither. Gohan was in trouble. In the distance, you could see the Minotaur running at an incredible speed, with amazing power and strength, straight toward Gohan. This is going to hurt. Gohan closed his eyes, when suddenly a shout was heard. Stop right there, Minus. Huh? He calmed down and stood still. I'm very sorry. Sometimes Minos can't control himself, but he's a good guardian, exclaimed a being with white hair. You, who are you? Said Gohan, while on the side, both Supreme Kais knelt down. You are the son of Son Goku, aren't you? What? How do you know? I can feel it in your soul and spirit. Besides, you have his energy. My name is Ariola. I am a queen of everything, or better known as the sister of the Grand Priest, Daishin Camp. So you are the one from the legends. I knew you would come here, and I want to tell you that we no longer have time. Everything has fallen apart. Come with me. Minos, you stay here and make sure no one comes in, as you command. My queen, Ariola, together with Gohan and the others, went into a room. The truth is, I was the one who reincarnated your father. What? Is my father alive? Well, I reincarnated him in another universe, since his soul was different and stronger than the others. Besides, a great war will soon break out and we need to gather the most powerful entities, and bringing your father back was my plan. But my plan isn't going to work, everything has changed. Apparently Daishin died, but he left behind a son whose power surpasses everything that exists, and several of my guardians have died. On top of that, your father has just died. All of this leaves Gohan and the Supreme Kaiosama in shock. My father Didhe self-destructed in order to defeat a very powerful entity named Vegeta. He was also able to take down other extremely powerful threats on his own, including Tablos, the creator of the Dragon Balls, and the god of destruction from Universe 13. But this Vegeta was so strong that my father had to give his life. No, it can't be. My father sacrificed his life to eliminate him. Damn it, Gohan hit the wall in frustration. I know you lost your family and your world, but it can still be saved. But how? At that moment, the queen approaches Gohan, touches his chest, and from him she draws out a gem. This astonishes everyone. You always had this inside you, and only now is it awakening. That is the reason why your power is increasing so much right now. There are 6 gems identical to this one. If we manage to gather them all, we can restore everything to normal and eliminate all the evil energy from the universes. But for now I need this to remain inside you. This way, your powers will grow faster. If we manage to find another one, it will be yours. Gohan, you are the last hope for everything that exists. Your father sacrificed himself for everyone. Make his sacrifice worthwhile. Gohan, very serious. I will do it. I will bring everyone back to life, even if it costs me my own. Well said. For now, we need to gather all the most powerful beings possible to face the potential war that Daishin-kun's son is preparing. I'm sure he's also forming a team, and we've lost an important member, your father. Don't give up. Gohan, train in the room over there with Piccolo so you can increase your powers. Gohan, confused. Excuse me, did you say Piccolo? At that moment, Piccolo would come out of the room smiling. I knew you were still alive, Gohan, exclaimed the Namekian. Mr. Piccolo, shouted Gohan, happy and excited. The Supreme Case was surprised, but how did he survive? When his planet was on the verge of destruction, I was able to see Piccolo with my celestial eye, and managed to save him by bringing him here. Thank you so much, Miss Ariola, shouted Gohan happily. It seems he also possesses a gem, which means he has a lot of potential. Mr. Piccolo, I never would have thought you were alive. This truly makes me very happy. Gohan, your power has increased, but you still have a long way to go. Still, I'm glad we could meet again. Haha, said Piccolo confidently. Mr. Piccolo, I can't even measure your power. Have you been training all this time? We have that, Piccolo said, pointing toward a door. It's similar to the hyperbolic time chamber, except it doesn't rely on time, but rather on energy and power. Gohan, confused, asked, what do you mean? To begin with, the gravity in there is increased by 1,000,000 times. If you enter without transforming, your bones will break and you could die. Secondly, once you enter that room, it all depends on your training, and potentially a power and divine energy can be multiplied up to 100 times. It all depends on you, the effort you put in, and above all, your inspiration to become more powerful. That's incredible. I have to save everyone no matter what. Alright, you two, go train. Meanwhile, Supreme Kai, yes, my queen. Kneel, please. Just call me Ariola. Go to the world of the dead and look for the beings you believe are the most powerful. But, my queen, the world of the dead is full of evil beings. Ariola laughs, of course not. There you will find great hearts. As you command. Kai, he said as he left. Meanwhile, you, Supreme Kai, from 1,000 generations ago, you have great insight, so I will teach you how to use different abilities so you can help and support them when the battle comes. Well. So in the end, this old man also. Please, no more, pathetic god. Damn it, I've already traveled through all 12 universes, killed almost all the gods and angels, and the only gem holder I found was him. Where the hell could the other 4 gems be? That Zenosima was a liar. There were more gems scattered around. But since I have 2 gems inside me and I can feel my power flowing and increasing without me doing anything. Anyway, will you let me go unharmed? Champa asked, frightened. I'll think about it. Just kidding, D. He would disintegrate Champa with his eye. Now, as for you, little angel, you seem to be quite reasonable, and I can see that you know the location of the gems and, most importantly, where those beings are. Do you think I'll tell you, damn it? You'll tell me, or else at that moment, the angel crush would appear. I'll kill her right in front of you. Bardock lowers her head, deeply saddened, remembering all the moments with her favorite and closest sister. Please, let her go. I'll tell you, that's more like it. Now, tell me where those gems are. Meanwhile, in the same world of the dead. Wake up, hey, Asta, wake up, Bardock exclaimed, standing in front of a somewhat injured Asta. Father, is that really you? Asta, I never thought I'd see you in this place. I'm so glad to see you again. You've become such a powerful being. Asta was stunned. I still can't believe it. Father? Asta shouted happily. Bardock just smiled. Father, what happened? What are you doing here? Apparently, Bardock would tell Asta everything that had happened. So, is my brother alone? I don't think so. Goku couldn't have defeated those wretches. They were extremely powerful, not to mention that they're the highest ranking supreme deities. But from the highest rank of the universes, they were legends. I couldn't do anything. They defeated me in the blink of an eye. Don't worry, Father, we'll defeat him. That's more than clear. I won't let them destroy the universes. Your mother is waiting for us. I hope my brother is alright. We need to rest. Yes, but we can't. This world is about to explode. We need to find a way out. I've been here for years and there is no way out. I couldn't defeat that fusion. He got away from me, Father, Asta exclaimed sadly. Don't worry, I'm sure there's a way. Suddenly, they both get an idea. What is this? Did you feel that, Asta? Yes, that Kai is different from the others. It seems to be alive. That's right, it's a living being. Asta and Bardock were about to go in search of the new energy. But you are part of Lord Goku. Bardock and Asta turn to look at Supreme Kai. Goku. He is my son. I see, I finally found you. I am Supreme Kai, an old friend of Lord Goku, and I will get you out of here. Please, hold on to me. I'll explain everything on the way. Bardock and Asta could see that Supreme Kai had good intentions, so they grab onto Supreme Kai, when suddenly Supreme Kai is pierced through and falls to the ground bleeding out. This leaves Bardock and Asta paralyzed. What the hell? Who is this guy? Bardock shouted, afraid of the power standing before him. Let me introduce myself. My name is Zyko, known for being the son of that bastard Daishin. What? Daishin's son? Damn it, I don't know what they're talking about, but I can feel an overwhelming energy coming from him. It's making my legs shake. Ha ha ha. Who the hell is this being? You are of no use to me, but what's inside you is inside of. Suddenly, Asta and Bardock are struck in the stomach at the same time, dropping to their knees and coughing up blood. How fragile you are. Zyko, confident, grabs Bardock, but then receives a small cut on his face from Asta's sword, which had transformed into its demonic form. Well, I didn't expect you to have such a great power. Wretch. Get out of here before I kill you. Spectacular. Very interesting. Haha, Zyko laughed. But in a moment, he was sent flying and crashed into some rock. But what is that, Asta? Father, step back. This guy is very powerful. Bardock steps back, shocked. But, Asta, what are those wings? Wings? What are you talking about, Dad? Suddenly, white wings appeared on Asta's back. But what is this? Asta said, impressed. I see. It must be Liza's power, and also because she fused with me. Asta was beginning to awaken a new power and form. Zyko emerged from the rocks, looking a bit annoyed. That really hurt. He is surprised when he sees Asta. Amazing. This is impressive. You have a type of evil energy mixed with the energy of a very high-level spirit, and on top of that, you possess one of the gems that I am. Without a doubt, you must be a complete prodigy. How lucky I am. You will be completely mine. At that moment, Zyko, without any warning, appears behind Asta, counter-attacking with an energy ball, but Zyko disintegrates it with his aura. Both of them give a slight smile. Interesting. How exciting. They both separate. On one side, Bardock was left stunned. Both of them are moving at a speed I can barely see. I never thought, Asta exclaimed the Supreme Kai Osama. On the verge of death, Bardock lifted him up and immediately used one of his abilities to give him energy, slowly starting to heal the Supreme Kai Osama's wound. We have to go. We can't stay here. What are you talking about? That guy, that being, will kill us. Of course not. Asta has become very powerful. He can defeat him. You're wrong. Meanwhile, Asta and Zyko reappearing in the sky, clashing fists and launching powerful attacks that caused a universal collapse. Every blow they landed sounded like thunder. With their intense exchange of attacks, they were creating portals. I won't lose here, shouted Asta, landing multiple blows to Zyko's face. Zyko spits out blood. How dare you hit me, huh? Zyko shouted as he forced his fists together, delivering a powerful blow to Asta's head, sending him crashing to the ground. Asta gets up, injured. I can't believe that guy has so much strength and endurance. What kind of monster is he? Zyko took advantage of the moment to raise his hand, shouting, divide. At that, Asta's body weakened and his powers began to fade. What's happening to me? Zyko unleashed a bound of lightning from his fingers, which Asta managed to block, but the lightning still left cuts all over his body. So, what did you think of that? Asta, now furious, teleports behind Zyko. Now it's my turn. Asta draws his great sword from his hand. What the heck? The sword of judgment, he shouts, slashing through time and space with his blade. The attack strikes Zyko, creating a massive explosion and a shockwave that destroys everything around them. Asta is sent flying by the blast, crashing into a mountain. Bardock and Supreme Kai rush to help Asta, who is badly injured. Asta, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine, father, just very badly hurt. Ha ha ha. Asta laughed. What was that attack, Asta? You almost distorted reality. You created a rift. I'm sure that guy took a lot of damage. Yes, Asta replied. However, in the distance, Zyko could be seen, badly wounded and missing an arm. You bastard, you're a bastard. I shouldn't have let my guard down, damn it. I never thought you'd have this kind of power. On one hand, Asta tried to stand up, drained of energy after using his super attack. Get out of here, I'll buy some time. But what the hell are you saying? I'm not leaving you alone. At that moment, Zyko slowly approached, gathering a tremendous amount of energy. Supreme Kai-sama grabbed Asta and Bardock, ready to teleport them away. But in a flash, Asta suddenly had a hole in his chest, leaving him paralyzed. What is this? Asta! Asta! Bardock shouted, as Asta fell to the ground covered in blood. On one side, Zyko now held Asta's gem in his hand. Another gem for me, he said. Damn you, Bardock yelled, about to attack, but was stopped by Supreme Kai-sama. Don't do it. Zyko would absorb the gem, causing his entire body to start mutating. An aura began to manifest. Let's get out of here now. Supreme Kai-sama would teleport away together with Black and Asta. Meanwhile, Zyko would fully absorb the gem, destroying the entire world of the dead. On the other hand, Asta and Bardock appear in the palace of the Queen of All. Well, you're back already. But what happened? Asked the Queen of All, worried. My queen, he's dying. Asta was unresponsive, his eyes white. Come on, Asta, don't go. The Queen of All touches Asta's back with an ability. Is she trying to heal him? I can't. Who the heck did this to him? I can't stop the bleeding. It seems it was a destructive attack. Almost no one should have this kind of unhealable power. What do we do? Is Asta really going to die? The tension in the room would rise as Asta remained unconscious. Solo hay una cosa en eso. Would the Queen of All take him there? Would she put him in a machine? But what is this? It looks like Bardock's machines. She wouldn't finish speaking if that's the case. This is a regeneration machine specially created by you Saiyans. But it's a bit different. This one heals dimensional wounds, in other words, wounds from another world. They contain my divine energy and are capable of healing any wound. Depending on the injury, it may take more or less time, but it will definitely heal. Don't worry, now we'll see how long it will take. The Supreme Kai smiled happily while Bardock hit himself on the head. I'm useless. Damn it, if I had been stronger, Asta wouldn't be suffering like this. And for Kakarot, I was completely useless too. The Queen approaches Bardock. Calm down, I will train you. What? Who are you, anyway? Right, let me introduce myself. I am Daishin's sister, the queen of everything in this world. This leaves Bardock speechless. Alright, follow me. I'll tell you everything, declared the queen. Meanwhile, elsewhere, why do you possess a much greater power than before? Did you happen to find another gem? Isn't it awesome? I never thought the power of the gems would be so great. Besides, the gems can be transferred to another body. This is incredible. By the way, I couldn't destroy even a single universe. What? And why is that? Because I had other matters to attend to. Alright, I'll eliminate them myself. At that moment, Zyko began to gather a great amount of dark energy, destructive darkness. The entire multiverse began to tremble. What is this guy doing? Thousands, millions of planets and galaxies would be consumed by the darkness. The universes were slowly cracking from a beam of darkness. Alright, it will only take a few days for my dark energy to destroy all the universes. In the meantime, let's go to where that lizard guy is. Yes, let's go. These two disappear while all the universes were cracking and slowly being consumed by darkness. Por un lado, damn, it can't be. What's happening? The universes will be destroyed in a few days. What are you saying? There's no choice. We have to increase their powers faster, no matter what. But my planet is in danger. Bardock, there is no other option. If we manage to obtain the gems, we can restore your planet and bring your people back to life. Bardock clenches his fists tightly. Gina, damn it, Gina, damn you. For her and for those you love, you must become stronger so you can be useful in the next battle. Bardock, very serious and angry, nods his head. The deity and Bardock were walking through the palace when Bardock noticed a temple. Hey, what is that? Don't even think about it. That's the dimensional dungeon. Anyone who goes in there doesn't come out alive. Not even I have entered. Tell me more. Because it's said that in that dungeon dwell dimensional and non-existent beings with the power of many kings of everything. Even though the dungeon is short, and it would probably only take days, your life is in great danger. It's impossible to get out of there alive. Bardock, serious, approaches the door of the dungeon. I want to go in, but what are you saying? This will make me more powerful, isn't that right? Well, yes, but even so, you would die. There's no chance at all. I don't care, Bardock, right? Here, a day might pass, but in there, it will be years with beings who have the power of a king of everything. It's impossible for you to survive if I can't survive this. Anyway, that damn bastard son of Daishin will come and wipe us out. It's all the same. Your death won't be my fault. Of course not. This is my decision. You really are arrogant, exclaimed the goddess as she began to summon her divine energy. Open the doors. If you don't come out in less than 5 days, it's possible everything will be over and we'll all be dead. Don't worry, I'll be out in the blink of an eye, said Bardock as he walked in and entered the dungeon. These Saiyans will do anything to become stronger. 6 days would pass during which the goddess was very nervous, since the universes might have been destroyed. On one hand, he was still unconscious. The Supreme Kai was training when suddenly Gohan and Piccolo appeared. As they emerged, they made the entire realm and palace tremble. Such power could be felt in every corner. But, and what is this? Hello, we're back, exclaimed a Gohan with white hair. We're ready now, said a Piccolo in his final transformation. What are we witnessing? Stammered the Supreme Kai. It seems they have surpassed their limits. I'm truly impressed. I'm at a loss for words. Gohan moves behind the queen. Hey, so when will that being you mentioned arrive? The queen is left stunned, unable to perceive Gohan's speed. But I hope he's strong, because otherwise, this would be very boring. Isn't that right, Mr. Piccolo? That's right. We've trained to face someone truly powerful. In fact, at that moment, Piccolo raises a finger. What are you going to do? I'm going to create a separate universe so we don't destroy your world. That way, we can fight with all our power there. You're right, Mr. Piccolo. I'll help you right away. With that, Piccolo would create a universe in a matter of minutes, while Gohan created an unbreakable layer and barrier in that universe. The Queen of Everything was left speechless. At that moment, someone unexpected would return. And who the heck are those two? Everyone turned around to see a white-haired boy. I thought you were dead, Inusa. I almost died. That bastard Daishin came after me and sealed me away. But apparently he died, and that seal was broken. Who was the one who managed to defeat him? Inusa. I am so glad you're safe. I'll tell you everything right now, and introduce you to everyone in the world of nothingness. Alright. The universes are already destroyed. Now I can search more calmly for the world of that Queen of Everything. The three of us, let's go after those gems. And once everything is done, we'll create a new world. I don't care. I just want to get revenge on that damn Queen of Everything who ruined my life. And me. And I want to kill that wretch who humiliated me, exclaimed Lizard, who would also have a gem. The three evil beings would have spent those 5 days training very hard, preparing to attack. 7 days had passed since Zyko began the destruction of the universes. The three entities had found the location of the gem. Meanwhile, Piccolo, together with Gohan Inusa, was training on the platform they had prepared in the middle of the created universe, waiting for the deity's attack. When suddenly the Queen shouts, "They're already here." What? A portal would open in the middle of the platform. They've arrived. They're already here. What a grand welcome. I see that everyone was prepared. Isn't that right? Where is that demon runt? Lizard shouted angrily. If you're talking about Asta, you'll have to get through me first. Ha ha, Inusa laughed. And with us, said Gohan and Piccolo, walking slowly as they warmed up. Mr. Piccolo, do you think you could give me some time and let me fight that one over there? Gohan pointed towards Zyko. On one side, Zyko was serious. These three have an extraordinary high divine energy. Don't get overconfident and use all your power from the start. You don't need to say it. This will be over in a few seconds. Suddenly, let's see how strong you are, shouted Lizard, who was behind Inusa, throwing a punch. Inusa narrowly dodges it, smiling. Don't think I'll be someone easy to defeat. Both deities began exchanging multiple attacks and dodging each other. Meanwhile, Gohan gets into a fighting stance. You have a gem, isn't that right? Does that matter to you? I'm just a little curious. Suddenly, Gus snaps his fingers, creating and launching thousands of divine energy balls at Gohan, which Gohan deflects by releasing his ki. Then, the two stare intensely at each other before vanishing and beginning a fierce battle, where both moved with very fluid and perfect motions, attacking each other with ultimate powers. With each blow, it was more devastating than the last, but the fight was very evenly matched. To begin with, who the hell are you? Do you really think a Namekian like you can face me? That won't happen, not even if I die. dimensional gravity. Suddenly, Zyko falls to his knees under such gravity. What is this? Take my Super Macanco Sapo from the void of space. Damn you. Zyko, in trouble, shouts, devastating deflection, breaking Piccolo's technique and narrowly dodging Piccolo's attack, leaving Zyko impressed. How exciting. At last, I can fight with all my power. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Damn it, this dungeon is going to be the end of me. Bardock was surrounded by a very powerful entity. This is my end. I don't think I'll be able to get out of here. Die. Bardock was already destined to die, when suddenly the entity was pulverized, completely disintegrated. This leaves Bardock stunned, who looks up, his mouth agape. Is this a dream? It must be a dream. The Saiyan collapses unconscious. You shouldn't have pushed yourself so hard, at least thanks to you. Now I'm close to the exit. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Gohan was overwhelming Gas with his crushing power. Is that all you've got? You wretch. Gas was about to launch a super attack at him. This ends here. Dimensional Ray. From Gohan's fingertips, an incredibly powerful attack was unleashed, containing all of Gohan's power. Gas remained motionless when, in the distance, Zyko raised his hand. Bus. Dame tu gema? Gas looks at Zyko and shouts, "It was a pleasure being with you." He would then transfer his gem to Zyko, allowing himself to take the full force of Gohan's powerful attack, which completely destroyed his soul and life, making him vanish entirely. Alright, one down. Meanwhile, Lizar had defeated Inusa, who had used all her power. Your time to die has come. He was about to deliver the final blow, but the Queen of All, together with the Supreme Kaioshians, immobilized him with their divine energy. What the hell are you doing? Hold on. Damn it, he's too powerful. Let me go. Lizar shouted, unleashing all his power and sending the three deities flying. When suddenly Gohan arrived, Lizar steps back. Relax, I haven't attacked you yet. Lizar's body began to tremble. What is this? Who are you? Did you already finish off Gas? At that moment Gohan got serious. I've trained a lot, and I'm disappointed that you're all so weak. It took me a long time to be able to control all my power. To be honest, I've reached a point where I can't even transform anymore. This state you see is the ultimate beast state. Phase 2. So get ready. What the hell are you talking about? Right now, I'm going to. He wouldn't even finish speaking, as he was pierced by Gohan. I was overconfident. Gohan shouts, any last words? The deity shouts, Zyko, take this. With that, he hands his gem to the god. Gohan wouldn't pay it any mind and, with a burst of energy, would obliterate him. However, someone would shout, Gohan, help me. Gohan would turn around to see Piccolo on the verge of death. Mr. Piccolo, the Saiyan shouted, only to be left speechless a second later upon seeing the power and new transformation Zyko had achieved. What just happened? Zyko had absorbed the gems from his friends and taken Piccolo's gem from him, defeating him in a matter of seconds. In the end, this simple Namekian only served as a warm-up for me, but oh well. Devour. With that, Piccolo's body would be absorbed. This left Gohan, the Queen of All, and the Supreme Kai speechless. Seeing how Piccolo had just been devoured by Zyko, Zyko raises his hand, enters Gohan's mind, and immobilizes him. Gohan falls to the ground, paralyzed. It can't be. That's right, he just killed Piccolo and immobilized Gohan. Ah, that bastard. Inusa shouted, attacking Zyko. Inusa, wait, don't go near him, shouted the Queen of All, when at that moment Zyko, with just a tilt of his head and looking him in the eyes, made him explode. Everyone was left speechless. Zyko was in the midst of evolving. I just need to absorb a few more gems, and my complete and most powerful form will be ready. Gohan was on the ground, unable to do anything. Gohan, die! Shouted the Supreme Kai. It seems your friend is in shock and can't hear you. Now, who will protect you? Get away, shouted the Queen of All, trying to immobilize Zyko with her powers, but it had no effect on him since he was on another level, beyond imagination. Zyko, without mercy or compassion, would wipe out and exterminate both Supreme Kai. The Queen of All was trembling with fear. It's your turn. Zyko would grab her by the neck, squeezing and saying, did you know that everyone killed by me never comes back to life? What? No, this can't be happening. Zyko, with a burst of energy, would make the great Supreme Deity explode, leaving Gohan on the ground, who was caught in some kind of mental struggle, unable to react or move his body. Alright, it's time to take your gem and your power. This time, absorbing you will actually be worth it. Zyko said this as he walked toward Gohan, when suddenly, what do you think you're doing, you wretch? Someone shouted from afar. What? It was Hasta, who had woken up and fully regained his energy and powers. Zyko would click his teeth in annoyance. Wretch, you're still alive? I thought I had eliminated you. Well, I'm alive and stronger than before. You're no use to me anymore, mortal. I've already obtained your gem, so get out of my sight. All I have left is this being's gem, and then I'll be able to rule everything, wish for whatever I want, and do as I please. Asta realized that if Zyko absorbed Gohan's gem, it would all be over, so he immediately went into his final transformation at full power. What? Wasn't what I did to you last time enough? Do you want me to send you to your death again? He said this confidently as Asta launched multiple attacks at the deity, but Zyko was able to anticipate all of them. The difference in speed and strength between the two was overwhelming. Asta couldn't land a single blow on Zyko, growing tired and backing away. What's wrong? Are you going to run away, or are you giving up? Asta, in his mind, says to himself, I can't. This time, I can't. His speed is already unbeatable, and his agility, his movements, everything is far superior to mine. How did he become so powerful? What should I do? The difference in power is enormous. He's just playing with me. Otherwise he would have killed me already. Come on, entertain me a little more. I know you can do more. Ha ha ha. Thanks to the gems and all the power I absorbed, I am now a completely omniscient and immortal being. I can see everything and I can know everything. No one is on my level anymore, and scum like you aren't even worth killing, laughed Zyko very confidently, since he had become an interdimensional being, and Asta's power was no longer enough. I'm tired of this. Dimensional crush, said the deity, so that Asta would begin to be crushed by a kind of shield slowly destroying his bones, when suddenly, Asta would be saved by someone. What? Who are you? You think you're immortal and invincible, but all I see is someone who still doesn't know how to control or even realize the scale or dimension of their powers. What the hell are you talking about, mortal? Asta turns around and is left frozen. Brother? Brother, is that you? Is it really you? Sorry for being late, Asta. I know you didn't know me like this, but this is who I truly am. Asta falls to his knees. Leave it to me, Asta, exclaimed Goku as he snapped his fingers, restoring all of Asta's energy, leaving him speechless. Bardock would appear behind Asta. Father, you're here. Asta, you woke up. I'm so happy. Father, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yes, Goku is still alive, and it seems he's no longer the same as before. His presence and power, his aura, his mind, everything has changed, and according to what he told me, when he sacrificed himself to end Vegeta's fusion, he used his teleportation before turning to dust. He teleported to the dungeon where the kings of everything were. He was locked up there for thousands of years, defeating absolutely every king of everything who lived there. That's why when I entered the dungeon, I didn't find any gods or anyone else, because Goku had wiped everyone out. That little story leaves Asta speechless. So is he not the Goku we know? Yes, but he stopped being himself. He spent so many years alone and fighting dimensional beings that he gradually evolved. You have no energy. What kind of guy are you? You're just bluffing. You're nothing, laughed the interdimensional deity confidently. That confidence is what's going to get you killed. Let's go for a ride. Goku teleports in front of him, grabs him by the head, and teleports through different dimensions, smashing his head against every planet, before finally throwing him into space. Zyko, using his power, would recoil in astonishment and badly injured. He still couldn't process everything that happened in just a millisecond. Impossible. What? Goku, not giving the entity a chance to breathe, raises his hand and shouts, interdimensional slash. A giant rift is launched towards Zyko. I am an omnipotent being. I can do anything. Vanished. He shouted this, but nothing happened. My power goes beyond that. Even if you are a supreme being, I can nullify absolutely everything and I know what you will do. I'm one step ahead of you. Goku's supermassive attack would hit Zyko, creating a black hole in his chest. Damn, what? It was only a few seconds. Me, a powerful being. Zyko was still speechless. You made a mistake, and that was giving me a little time to finish you off. You shouldn't have let your guard down, and you should have attacked me with all your power from the very beginning. But, what does it matter? The hole in Zyko's chest kept getting bigger. Am I going to die? No, if I die, everyone dies. He screamed and began to shine. So you want to self-destruct and kill everyone? Let me tell you, this is your end. Stellar teleportation. Zyko was about to explode when he was teleported to the God's dungeon. What is this? Zyko would explode, destroying the entire dungeon and putting an end to the ultimate threat. Where did those two go? Asta asked. At this point, I don't know. Goku can travel wherever he wants with that power he has. At that moment, Goku appeared. Goku, brother. The two of them went to hug Goku. Wait, don't come any closer. I haven't compressed my power yet. My aura could disintegrate you. I don't understand. Goku smiles. I missed you, exclaimed the Saiyan, making his father and brother very happy. Without a doubt you did, brother. Well, it was easy. At that moment, Goku turned around to look at Gohan. Goku walks over to him. Father. Father? Goku is a father? Gohan, you did great. Without a doubt, you became so strong that if that wretch hadn't gotten into your mind, you might have been able to fight him. Father, Gohan cried. Goku returned to his base form. I'm proud of you, son, and of you all, Goku exclaimed with a smile. Goku, I didn't know you had a son. I told you, didn't I? This is my second life. In my first life, I had many friends and another family. However, I think the time has come. Asta, happy. It's true, the time has come to bring everyone back to life. Goku, smiling. Haha, you're right. At that moment, Goku took 8 gems from his chest. Those are the gems. With these, we will bring everyone back to life. However, at that moment, Goku, smiling, looks at Bardock. Father, you were the best father I could have had. And you, the brother who helped me surpass myself. And you, Gohan, take good care of the others. You are the only one who has the power to protect everyone now. What are you saying, Father? I will bring everyone back to life. However, even as the most powerful being, if I use these 8 gems, I won't survive. But for my friends and my family, I'm willing to do anything. This leaves the 3 Saiyans speechless. What are you saying, Goku? There must be another way, Goku, let me do it. Father, you don't have enough power to bring everyone back. Goku rises into the sky while the 3 try to stop him. Goodbye. I hope you take care of everyone else. You will always be in my heart. At that moment, Goku begins to absorb the gems into himself. The Saiyan closes his eyes and exclaims, bring back my family, my friends, and all the good beings and planets that were destroyed. Goodbye, everyone. Those were Goku's last words, so that everything would shine. Thus, in the end, Goku had brought all his friends back to life, and everything returned to normal after his sacrifice. Gohan, following his father's wishes, would protect planet Earth, reuniting with his family and friends, while Bardock and Asta would be reunited with Gain on Earth. Thanks to Goku's sacrifice and death, everyone would be safe. However, what is this? And these hands? Where am I? Our son. We will call him Son Goku. May he